Yo,
Swag, what's going on, man?
what's good, man?
Not much. Ready to check out this game. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing good. Am I clear? Am I clear? My mic
Yeah,
good?
yeah. You sounding good. You sounding great.
Waiting for this
Okay.
game to start.
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead.
I'm trying to find a game right now. Shout out to the new media gang. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Yo, is the game on ESPN or ESPN 3? What's going on?
ESPN three and ESPNU.
All right, because I'm on the Watch ESPN app and I'm having a hard time locating that. So now I'm about to go back to the Direct TV. But yeah, man, Swag, could you tell us a little bit about these two teams and what we should expect? Thank you guys for tuning in to DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. What kind of game should we expect today, Swag?
Well, bias aside, because I am a JSU alumnus, so I'm gonna try not to be biased. But I think Tennessee State is they're kind of learning their way. They have a new coaching staff, and so they're kind of learning their way. You expect them to run the ball a lot. uh, Try to make it easy on their quarterbacks because they have a transfer from Grambling State University, Jeremy Hickbottom. He didn't do so well last week, so they're going to try to. I think they're going to try to run the ball a little bit, trying to take it easy for him. And then on Jack State side, I think they're going to let Shadur loose this week. I think they're really going to open up the playbook and let him do a lot more because he was kind of nervous last week and he had he didn't have a good game last week, and then the weather was kind of funky. So I think this week they're gonna let him loose. It's nice weather. It's a pretty day. A good day for football.
Swag, why do you think? Why do you think fans are saying? I just heard you say it as well that Shador didn't have a good game. Other than the two fumbles, what did you not see from him that you want to see him improve upon this week?
Well, he was poised, but the fumbles were a big issue. Red zone, I mean, they left a lot of money on the table. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to the red zone that many times and have that many good drives and not come away with points. To me, he could have done a little more. Like sometimes he was scrambling when he shouldn't have been scrambling, and he thought he even said at halftime, "Okay, I'm done trying to be Lamar Jackson." So he even told Coach Prime that he's done trying to be Lamar Jackson because he was trying to do too much. Do your God given talent. Your God given talent is throwing the ball. Use that. So I think that's what he's going to do today. He's not going to be trying to run the ball, and he's going to be throwing a lot more.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. We're filling in for DJ right now. Shout out to Kid HL Kid. I see you, brother. Shout out to you. Thank you for pulling up. New Media Gang. It don't bang. Shout out to Marvin Hobson. Shout out to Juju Knows Hoops. I see you, young player. What's going on, man? We're getting ready for some swag football. JSU. We have our resident expert, which is Swag Buzz, with us today. So shout out to our brother Swag Buzz. Y'all subscribe to our brother's channel, man. The brother has some fire content, fire videos. Who do you think is going to be the most challenging schools on the remaining schedule for JSU? What teams are you worried about?
Alcorn. I'm always worried about Alcorn because they've been dominating for the past few years. Even though Alabama A&M won the spring season, but before that, Alcorn was the dominant one. They've been winning championships, and even though they lost last week, I'm looking. They've been off a long time, so I'm looking forward to them regrouping and getting better this season. So that's a rivalry game. They're an in-state rival, both Mississippi teams. So yeah, that's like Jackson State's number one rival. If Jackson State had a joker, that's the Alcorn is the joker, pretty much. So that game is going to be the hardest game. I think ULM will be hard too. I want to see how Jackson State does against ULM. That's the FBS team. Even though they're trash, Jackson State needs to beat that team to really put the SWAC on the map and really, show the world that hey, we got some ballers down here because you beating the LCS team, beating the FBS team. That's a big thing.
Okay, it's Almost 7 o'clock, and I'm still having a hard time locating the game. I'm on ESPN, the Watch ESPN app, and I still don't see it. What are you tuning in on, Swack?
Hold on, let me see. I just
Because I
I
know I
really
ain't
just
tripping.
got my phone on.
I'm looking for it too, Levi O'Neal. I know you're not alone, bro. Y'all hit the like button. When you come in, hit the like button. Y'all share the video, like the video, subscribe to Brother DJ's channel, DJ's Raw
Now
Uncut.
I did see online on Facebook they said that it was being streamed simultaneously on ESPNU and ESPN3. So
I got Appalachian State and somebody else. I don't have no options for Jackson State anywhere, honestly. Are you picking it up on yours?
not yet. Hold on just a second.
Oh, that's fire. Shout out to Walter Robinson. I see you, Walter Robinson. I see you, Playboy. How you doing today, man? How you doing? We got a professional aboard with us today. Shout out to Imperial Nubia. That's a hell of a name, man. I hope y'all enjoy the game. We're gonna be tuning in pretty soon here. Pretty soon.
I'm still not getting it either.
Okay,
Maybe we have
okay,
to
okay.
wait to right at 7. Maybe that's when they're gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on my. That's what
Well,
I'm.
I'm on Eastern time, so it's 7 for me. So
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm seeing for
okay,
my
okay.
9:30 as well, though. Swag on my TV.
Is anybody in the chat watching the game right now? Is it on? Oh, somebody said ESPN showing it at 9:30. So ESPN3 is the one that's showing it at 7.
No, I haven't been able to locate it, but DJ says for those of you that want to, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Lego,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, I think I found it.
Oh, okay.
I think I found it. But DJ
So
will be,
DJ gonna be streaming the audio anyway.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
lit. It's lit.
so don't worry, y'all. We got you.
Yeah, it's about to go down. What players defensively should we be on the lookout for the rest of the season? And I know you said that about was it Alcorn State?
Yeah.
What is it about
Okay.
Alcorn State that you feel like is going to give them problems? Is it just a rivalry game? Do you think the recruiting that Dion did is enough to offset what normally makes them the joker?
They got a good quarterback. They got a good coach. They've been together for a while. They're a very experienced team, and they play hard for their coach. They're a very well coached team too. So yeah, Alcorn is very good. I'm not gonna hate on Alcorn, even though they are rivals. They're a very good team, and the McNair family. That's just the McNair names mean something in the Alcorn community. And yeah, he's a very good coach. But as for defense for Jackson State, be on the lookout for Shiloh Sanders. That's Dion's son. He's gonna be bringing some wood. Um, no homo, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He's gonna be laying the wood today, and let me see, Katron Evans is gonna be on the D line as well, and this is his first game. He's a 4-star player, so y'all be on the lookout for him too.
Yeah, that's exciting. What I saw from Shadur
Also,
last. Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
okay. Oh yeah. Also, you want to look out for Dejon Warren. He's one of their corners, and he is a draft prospect. So looking forward to him trying to get into the NFL. I think he's gonna go first 3 rounds. Like the dude can play. They didn't really throw his way last week, and he I think he got injured or something. He tweaked something, and so he wasn't in all through the game last week. But look out for him. He's a very good player. They may not even throw his way because they call it Nugget Island. Like that's his nickname, Nugget Island. Like he's pretty much he's a shutdown corner. He
Of
shuts down
Jackson
his
State
side of the field.
brings
So
heavy
yeah,
hitters like Dr. Doom and sweetness to the party.
I gotta answer
It's
a
an
quick question. No,
experience
we will not
like
be
none
streaming the
other.
game on this
Prepare
channel.
yourselves
We will
for
be
the
obeying all
love
YouTube
and the
copyright
big
laws.
blue
We
of
will be playing the live
TSU.
audio and chiming in when
Welcome to
necessary.
the annual Southern
So y'all share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth.
Let's
Yeah,
do
Michael
this
Cooper
from
will be
the
playing
Southern
the
Heritage
audio for the
Classic.
game.
Look, folks, you won't find two more accomplished players turned coaches in Deion Sanders for Jackson State and Eddie George of Tennessee State. They are paving the way for a new era in HBCU football, and tonight they meet for the first time in an all-important classic between Tennessee State and Jackson State. We say hello and welcome you inside alongside the former Howard University and NFL quarterback Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Green. And look, folks, we're in Memphis, man.
Making easy money.
This game has not been played since 2019, and it looks a lot different than it did a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so due to copyright laws, we
Absolutely.
can't
Just a little
stream
bit
the
bigger than you think.
game
No, all eyes
online,
in
but
the
we can play the
HBCU
audio for
football
you guys.
world are on Memphis, Tennessee right now. Why? Eddie George, Deion Sanders, bringing their star power to HBCU football.
Rapper from Pluto, do you have ESPN 3?
As exciting as it gets.
Now, this is a
Or
good taste for
ESPNU?
both these coaches of a very important rivalry game as we take you outside the tailgate as the bands are back, ladies and gentlemen. Not only the high stepping, but the tailgate was on point as well. The
I got a link now.
the brotherhood in the parking lot, those
But,
pews hopping, the
hold on,
music
You asking me, Swac?
everybody is
Nah,
feeling
I was
good.
talking to people
Now,
in the
look,
chat.
that's just one element, a big element, to say the least. We talked about the star power of those coaches, the juice they bring, but how about the players as well? We'll see a couple of rising stars tonight.
Absolutely. With everything going on outside the stadium, can we get to some football, please? And Shedeur Sanders proved to everybody he is the real deal. In his college football debut, he scored a touchdown, threw a touchdown, showed the different intangibles that you have to be a dynamic quarterback. Look at this right here. In the face of pressure,
Let me see if
takes
this,
the hit, delivers the ball downfield to his wide receiver.
This website link I know of
calls
is
his
working
own
today.
number for the only score of the day. Looked great doing that. However, he is a freshman, and he put the ball on the turf twice last week in critical situations. Here, trying to do a little bit too much with his athleticism, and this a poor mental decision to not hand off the football to the running back led to another fumble. If he cleans up those things, and you know Coach Prime will have to do it, he can be special. On the other side, you talk about Eddie George, former Heisman Trophy winning running back at Ohio State. Well, he's got a special talent in Davon Starling, the freshman sensation who dominated during spring football. Can he carry that over into the fall season? If you haven't seen a great running back in a while, keep your eyes on number 3.
If you have to leave because we're not posting the link, go ahead and leave. This is for people that want to enjoy the stream together, talk about the game in live time. We're not going to be breaking any copyright laws or doing anything to get DJ's channel banned. So if you need to go find the link, go ahead. You know, we respect you. Do what you got to do. But me and Swac gonna sit here and enjoy this good Saturday evening of Swac football. Eddie George versus Deion Sanders. Let's go.
Yeah. Now, if y'all want to Google VIP Box, that's a website that you know that stream games. So go on your own. If you can just Google VIP Box and maybe you can find a link for the game.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody that I've talked to from Jackson State, they come up and say, I believe. They've got shirts. It's branded everywhere in the capital city of Mississippi. They sincerely believe in what Coach Prime is doing.
Why not after an absolute great defensive battle last week? They knocked off the number 2 ranked team in my book in HBCU football, defeating Florida A&M down in the state of Florida. Coach Prime has this football program going in the right direction. We'll see how they handle this task of Tennessee State this evening.
The Tigers of Tennessee State dropped their season opener last week in that Black College Football Classic in Canton, Ohio, against Grambling State, 16-10. They had a lot of question marks as we will continue to follow that as Eddie George has some decisions that he's got to make. Tennessee won the toss, they deferred, so they will kick off first. And you see the great jerseys with the blue and red accents. That's number 4, Dejon Nugget Warren. Nugget Warren, the junior
Audio's good,
transfer,
DJ.
who is also a great defensive back that gets out near.
Kind of cutting out. Is that on my end?
Famous by his father at Florida State, and now he wears it for Jackson State University. The true freshman quarterback. You see his numbers from last week, but we were really impressed with his composure despite some of those mistakes you pointed out, Jay.
Particularly in the passing game. He throws the ball to the right. Come closer throwing an interception.
All right, ESPN, get
number 1 target. Go.
ESPN, get it together with your damn stream, man.
Yeah, it's chopping up.
See, now that's a damn shame, man. That's a damn shame. Well, yeah, it looks like that first play was a bubble screen, and it looked like they were able to get a good chunk of yards. ESPN is saying it's experiencing technical difficulties. Shout out to DZ, the general. Salute. Yeah, I mean, I hate when they do this kind of thing to SWAC games, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, get it together, man. Like, it works when it comes to Clemson. It works when it comes to these other teams, these FBS teams. Don't do this to Jackson State, and don't do this to Tennessee State.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. It's it looks like it was shaping up to be a good drive for Jackson State. Once again, we will not be showing the damn game because that will get our brother. I'm serious. Y'all can go and get the hell up out of here with all that capping. Go show. If everybody asking to show the game, go show the game on your channel. Right. Okay. So don't go to a brother's channel asking him to do something that's gonna get him banned. I gotta tell you, come on now. Man, come on. You got any updates on the game, Swac, on your phone, like scores?
I'm actually having trouble getting my link to work, man.
Lord.
Like, hold on this second.
Yeah, man. You gonna come to somebody. You gonna come to somebody else's crib asking them to steal something, but you don't want to steal nothing yourself. Come on, man. Yeah, like, come on, like, don't do us like that, black peoples. No, don't do us like that, black people. We better than that now. Yeah, that's right. Y'all can talk about ESPN. I'm out there. God damn, I was looking forward to this game, Swac. And then I go on ESPN.
They don't do this to Alabama.
No, they don't do it to Alabama. They don't do it to Clemson. They do this to the SWAC. All right, well, wrong. Go on, do what you're gonna do and post it on your channel, and we'll see you when you get out of band in a year. And no, we're not gonna tell you the website. Do your research and go find it yourself. Yeah, you gonna have to pay that money, man. I mean, and they still don't have it fixed. This is unbelievable. Yeah, in front, I agree. It was some
and brought down. Nick Harper
was
in on the stop.
God damn, man.
So that brings up fourth down, and the punting unit comes on for Jackson State after their opening drive.
Damn, we punting the ball already.
Secondary of Tennessee State. So hard to say we're going to drop.
It looks like they got a penalty, man.
Ball after it was thrown.
And it pushed them back.
Execution This defensive unit seems pretty focused on their keys early on.
Oh.
Coming up with the ball, and we see a few flags.
And Sheldon, they got
out,
gray
so
uniforms on. They clean.
that's not the way you want to start your drive if you're Tennessee State.
Yeah, they're going to be backed up for a block.
I'm in business now.
Back for a hold, so I thought that took place around the 10 or 12-yard line. They're going to get this ball inside their own 10 to start off.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 45. That's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. It'll be first down, Tennessee State.
All right, I'm good to go now.
Well, Tennessee State will trot onto the field with their quarterback, Jeremy Hickbottom. We once saw him at Grambling State. Now he's at Tennessee State and wants to make a difference. A guy who played a little bit last week, but one of those players within this Tennessee State program that had to deal
Big
with
Spell in the building. Salute, Big Spell. I see you, big homie. What's going on, man?
And 10 pounds. This guy.
Man, ESPN, if you don't fix this goddamn, oh, boy. Man, come on.
Your screen cut off. It may just be your it may just be the app.
Me and DJ watching two different streams.
Oh yeah, mine cut out too.
Yeah, you know how they do HBCUs. There ain't too many streams in here. You know, they probably got one.
ESPN so trash, man.
Yeah, that's trash, brother. That's trash.
I just did a video talking about them the other day, man. Like, they so trash. Oh.
Shout out to my cousin, the Pope B. Frank. How you doing, brother? You done pulled up in this thing, man. Shout out to the Pope B. Frank. We got Jackson State University versus Tennessee State, man. And we're having difficulties watching the game because ESPN is on some old bullshit. How many JSU fans we got in the building? If you're a JSU fan, go ahead and put your colors on the stream. If you're a Tennessee State fan in the building, put your colors on the screen.
More to Starling. Starling trying to get to the outside edge, and he's brought down by Niles Gaddy. Niles Gaddy, one of those new faces from the spring to now.
Yeah, and when you're in
the Pope B. Frank is on.
Watch them.
You can watch it on ESPN 3.
Watch all this massive wall moving, pulling the beef. You focus on the guys coming around the corner. You lose sight of the running back. He's able to get the edge and almost pick up the first down.
Jay, I got a question. I mean, do you have food on your mind? Because this is like the second time this week you've been talking about the grease and the fat and now meaty, beefy.
Hey, we're down here in Memphis. You can smell the barbecue, can't you?
3rd and 3. New quarterback in, and it's Devion Bryant. And Bryant, near that first down marker, depends on the spot.
I think he got it. That second effort laying there. You see what Hugh Jackson did, though. Under center, running the ball. Then he gets into an obvious passing formation, quarterback and shotgun, and he runs it. That's a quarterback draw all the way. They were able to execute, keep the drive going.
Well, Eddie George and his team searching for their first victory of the season would be a big one in this rivalry game. First quarter action from Memphis, and up ahead and stopped by Antoine Owens. Owens, who brings a wealth of experience to that defensive front.
Swac, Tennessee State look motivated, man. They look motivated.
Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing.
Last weekend in Miami Gardens.
As a JSU fan, I don't like what I'm seeing, man.
They're legit.
This is
Absolutely. I think Dennis Thurman has figured it out. Give a lot of credit to the game plan that their defensive coordinator put into place. They confused Florida A&M in the trenches and never allowed that offense to get on track.
Starling getting heavy work early on, but absolutely nowhere to go. Once more, big number 99 with Antoine Owens. Aubrey Miller coming over to help him out as well.
And when you get those
Y'all, we
guys in the
can't
middle,
show
not
the
going
video
anywhere, you're
because
going to
his
stuff the
stream would
run.
get
And
taken
this
down.
game
His
is
channel
playing
would
out like
get
we
banned
thought
if
because
he
the
shows the
coordinators, Dennis
video.
Thurman and
So
Hugh
no, we're
Jackson,
not
they
showing the
know each other.
video. We only
And
playing the
Dennis Thurman
audio.
said, I know
This
he
is
was
for
going
y'all
to
to
he's
chat
going to try and come out
amongst each
and
other,
pop
listen to
me
the
a little,
audio, and
bloody
talk
my
about
lip
the game.
early with some power runs.
Yeah,
And he had a
they know
couple
that
of them,
though.
but it seems like Thurman has made the adjustment. Now let's see what
Shout out to Self-Made and
Jackson has
Sicario.
to
You're gonna
do
have to go to work
with
today,
all
Self-Made.
Nick Bottom back to pass, feels the pressure from James Houston.
That's good pressure.
Not
Good
able
pressure.
to
That
get
defensive
away
line
from
is hell,
James
Swack.
Houston, the
Oh
transfer
yeah,
from Florida.
I mean, absolutely. James Houston has become a difference maker for this D-line. They added Niles Gaddy and Owens. But when you take a look at Houston here from his stand-up linebacker position, watch the pursuit of the football. Houston not going to give it up. Swim move inside. Where you going, son? Come back. That's that motor. He missed him like twice, but kept going until he was able to get the tackle.
There's a good look there at Dennis Thurman. His defense came up with the stop the Tigers of Tennessee State punting it away. Great boot there.
I think I'm a little bit behind the audio.
Jackson State will have the ball when we come back.
Yeah, I mean, I like what I'm seeing from the defense as always, man. Y'all look like
Yeah.
y'all have a Nick Saban level defense in the SWAC.
Oh yeah, defense right. I need the offense to do something though. They need to move the ball. We can't be having these rough starts.
For parents and toys for your little one. Everything in the box is designed by experts for each stage of your child's development.
JSU State got the ball first. Yeah, I need that wrench, man. I'm about to pull up in the chat. I'm about to clean some of y'all up real smooth. Yeah, I'll be down in a minute to talk to some of y'all.
We've done all the research, so you don't have to. Lovevery provides the
Make sure y'all like the stream. Like the stream.
Child's learning. Unlock the joy of intentional play.
As you get ready for what's next, you think about what really matters and what it means to be connected.
Shout out to Lawrence Q. What's up, brother?
To your community. We want to make the most of these moments, these new memories, together. And custom gear from Custom Ink can help.
That's right, brother. In the head, yeah, JSU.
Whether you're together now or still apart.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of calls, but the defense held, and that's all that matters. Shout out to Malik Woody, like he said, the defense is for real, man. The defense take across the world. While the offensive is young and inexperienced with the quarterback they got right now, until he catches his feet, the defense is holding it down, and that's what's important. SWAC.
Yeah.
You seem unsure about Shador right now. I'm gonna be real with you. Are you worried?
Now, I believe it, Shador. He's a freshman, so he's gonna go through growing pains. I'm just hoping that he grows up quick.
I understand.
Power of hyaluronic acid complex.
I understand he's gonna make some mistakes because he's a freshman and this is his first time on a college level, but I need him to kind of grow up a little bit quicker. So we won't be losing these games, man. We can't. I want Jackson State to go on the
second drive.
That will put the SWAC on the map.
20. Shador Sanders, the true freshman at quarterback, surveys the field, and
the receivers got to catch the ball too now.
Yeah,
Corbin, and also
because I saw a lot of that last week too.
Kenyon Garlington passing complete.
Once again,
also it will help for them to have a running game. They're running back, man.
In the second level.
I would like to see them go with their scat back a little bit more.
Yeah, that big back they have, he came from Liberty. He's supposed to be a bruiser, but he's big, but he ain't really performing like he should.
Touch the football yet?
Yeah, he looked like a bruiser.
Sanders airs it out. The pass complete to his tight end, Kylan Ritchie.
Y'all hit the like button. We got 373 people in the stream. Hit the like button.
about
Hit the like
10
button,
yards.
share the video, subscribe to the channel. Our brother
And
will
that's good
be
enough for a first down.
covering Jackson State this year along with brother Swac. Y'all subscribe to brother Swac's channel. Make sure you pull up on the brother making this good content.
The D coordinator knows you saw the blitz coming.
Every time Jackson State get the ball, the camera get to messing up.
First and 10, just over 7 minutes to go. Peyton Pickett with the carry. Pickett.
You know the problem with Pickett?
He is going
Swag.
to punish you on the other side. He's at every
The holes
down.
are there. He just does not have enough speed to hit the hole. By the time he gets there, they close. So
Coordinator Jason Phillips said
I'm curious to see
I
how
think
long
they need to put Dante Marshall in.
Down in Miami last week, and so far, not really off to a good start in the running game. Let's see if they stay committed to trying to establish they can run the ball.
C-Train, the game is on ESPN 3.
Against Florida A&M through the air once more, and that's Warren Newman. Newman
pinpoint accuracy from Shadur Sanders. Beautiful passing, picking them apart right now.
Offense, and this was just an easy 11-yard pickup.
Look how soon he gets the ball. Once the head's around, the ball's in the air.
So the boy can throw now.
You know, Swag, it looks like Tennessee's defense is playing very conservative. All cover 3, keeping everything in front of them. They must be worried about Jackson State airing it out tonight.
Future leader.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix my screen because I'm behind y'all for some reason.
Pickett to the outside. Brought down by Teray Jones. Well, Jackson State, a proud alumni base coming out of the capital city. Founded in 1877, better than 7,000 enrolled in the university.
Stop your feet, close your mouth.
We're going to step aside. Yeah, Sonic Boom of the South. We'll hear him. We'll step aside as well. Come back.
Michael Robinson and C-Train, Google VIP Box TV. Google VIP Box TV.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics, and our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
Swag, talk to us a little bit about the young man that I think he transferred to Alabama A&M. Was he you guys' quarterback last year?
Oh, you talking about Quincy Casey?
Yeah,
man,
what's the difference between him and Shadur?
2022 Nissan Pathfinder.
Well, some people think he's better than Shadur. I've heard some people say that he's more experienced and that he's better. But from what I'm seeing from Shadur, I think Shadur throws a more accurate ball. The boy Quincy Casey has a cannon though. So he's a good player, but he didn't want to sit behind Shadur. He didn't want to sit behind Shadur. He felt like he didn't have a chance. And then, he just went on over to Alabama A&M. He's sitting behind Akil Glass. He's probably gonna go to the NFL. So after this season, he'll be playing for Alabama A&M.
Living legends, terrific, tremendous, outstanding football players.
Okay, we're back. We're back. 2nd and 4.
They racked up over the years, and now they're on the sideline doing their things as the head coach.
It looks like Tennessee State is employing the strategy of give up a lot of yards and bend it don't break in the red zone.
George leaning on Deion Sanders before taking the job at Tennessee State. And it's great to see again, the brotherhood. You talk about it within the NFL. You experienced it as a player yourself, but that extends beyond the game when it's over.
Yeah, good friends, very cordial, except for tonight. both of the coaches said, love them like a brother, but when we get on that field, it's gloves off.
I like they utilize that 85 tonight.
See right there what we just saw. That's what makes Shedeur an NFL level talent.
Players taking on.
I don't know if you got a chance to see it yet, Swac.
Pressure avoiding it. Shedeur Sanders.
No, I'm a little bit behind y'all, so the play is about to run now.
I think you just saw it. It was the play where he sidestepped.
With the pursuit there,
yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Fantastic individual effort. Made the right decision, pulling the ball, the athleticism to escape and get the ball. Doesn't have to go deep downfield. Completed passes on first down, and what all offensive coordinators like, kept his vision down the field.
See that's NFL level skill set. Keeping his eyes down the field, not scrambling, deliver an accurate ball.
Yeah.
And Pickett with patient running, getting to the outside, and wrapped up and brought down by Josh Green.
Yeah, good job by the left tackle, Tony Gray, number 7.
Yeah, she was making their first red zone appearance, everybody. Y'all hit the like button. They about to make their first red zone appearance.
Pick up big yardage. Good sign for Jackson State. Starting to see some life in the running game.
Big number 74 in your screen began his career at Ole Miss. One of those top recruits.
They need to cash in, though.
List came over from Central Florida, and they think he is a difference maker. Empty backfield now.
Tony Gray is a dog, man. Number 74 is really good.
Quickly gets it out, finds Warren Newman, and once more, Josh Green active. Excuse me, that's number 5 to Darius Patterson.
Hey, give the big fella some credit when the defensive end runs down the line of scrimmage to chase down the bubble screen. That's their responsibility. Don't let him get to the second level. He recognizes it. Now watch the pursuit to find the ball carrier and minimize the game.
Patterson was that week 1 standout for Tennessee State despite the loss on the road. Sanders once more, quick fire, wrapped up right there, reading it all the way was James Green. Now we say it, Josh Green. How about the older brother, James?
I know y'all see that whip. He roping out there. He whipping that rope out there, man.
Wheel to the safety and Josh. But however, it's got to be frustrating for Brandon Fisher because he's trying to get to Sanders, and every time he blitzes, Shedeur Sanders gets rid of the ball quickly and completes the pass.
Sanders once more has a man down the seam, and Josh Lanier and Sanders just weren't on the same page. That brings up 4th down.
See,
cover 3.
You can't have this, man.
Down the seam, and Sanders trying to stick it in there. Seemed like it could be the right place to go with the ball. I just don't know if Lanier was on the same page.
And this is 4 down territory for Coach Prime. Ball spotted.
Once again,
Tennessee State
dropping the damn ball.
4th and 6.
They need to get this.
With the man, he went out of bounds and tried to catch it, can't do it. Pass incomplete anyway. Turnover on downs.
God damn it.
You can't allow the defensive back to force you out to the sideline, man. You can't allow that. And then you don't even get your chance if the penalty is offset and not catch the ball.
Running the route, even if he caught it, would have been for naught.
Yeah. You got to appreciate it. Shedeur Sanders is trying to make a difference.
Doing it yourself doesn't have to mean all by yourself. With the Home Depot as your partner, doing's never been easier. You can pick up skills in a virtual workshop. Pick up what you need fast or have it delivered same day. And if you have more projects than you have time to do them, we can even help with that. This is doing like never before. This is the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics, and our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power, proving there's only one best network.
Introducing new It Takes Two, your favorite sound.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it honest, man.
2 simple steps.
Let's
for
keep it
an
honest.
Essence-Day
Let's be
Band.
real,
The
all right?
latest innovation from the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel that
The
you
receivers
love.
are not doing a
Feel
good
free
job
to
getting
dance
off the
here
line.
anywhere.
And then when they do get off the
Hi, my
line,
name is Jasmine,
they're not
and the
looking
one
the
thing I
ball in. They're
love
not
about
catching
the
the ball
Chick-fil-A
with
Grilled
their
Chicken
hands in
Club
front.
is the wonderfully marinated and
So,
juicy
and I
chicken.
saw the same thing
Marinade
last
actually
week. They
reminds
got to
me
do a
of my
better job
mother's
of
cooking.
securing the
You know,
football, man.
marinades usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven toasted cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Return to rugged, the all-new ruggedly redesigned 2022 Nissan Pathfinder.
The aristocrat of bands from Tennessee State. You're looking at them in the stands. It's a welcome home feeling for sure. Their Tigers with the ball after the turnover on downs from Jackson State. Jeremy Hickbottom. Little bootleg, gets it out, finds his tight end, Rodell, and the ball on the floor. The turf, how about it? Jackson State trying to rip it away, say we came up with it first. And they've got it. Dejon Warren, nugget.
Turnover, Jackson State. Yes, sir.
Play coming out, rolling, nice throw, but Rahman not able to hold on to it. Helmet on football. Good
and that was Shiloh Sanders.
My bad, man. My
jar that ball
computer cut
loose
off.
with his helmet.
Look at that one. 21 throws.
It's all good.
He likes to put that shoulder in there. You see it, put it right on the football. Comes up with a big play for his pops. Or I should say for
Shiloh Sanders is a dog,
yeah,
man.
you can say it.
Oh, yeah.
This is Pop. Look, he plays with a different set of moxie and attitude.
He gonna play on Sundays, man. A big turnover for Jackson State. Jackson State recovers the ball.
Now. Good opportunity to strike here first. Shedeur Sanders rolling out to his left and forced out of bounds.
Now, I kind of wish he would start wrapping up because I don't want them to call him for a target.
Shedeur Sanders thus far has done a nice job. 77 yards through the air. And is trying to spread the ball around to establish.
Offensive line is having fits right now.
The offensive line can protect this a little bit better. There were some open wide receivers down there. So fortunately for Tennessee State, he was flushed out of the pocket. But we're starting to see the wide receivers become a problem for Tennessee State.
So what I'm seeing now,
over easily to Pickett past the 20, and he's knocked down near the 19.
what I'm seeing is the receivers not getting any separation right now.
1 to go here.
You just don't see that. You just don't see freshman quarterbacks on 2nd and 10 settling for a swing pass out the backfield. It takes a long time to learn.
Yeah, the poise, and you're right, man.
If you know your
wide receivers are having hell trying to get off the line.
They find Pickett. Pickett can't be wrapped up. Won't bring him down. Tiptoeing. They say he stepped out of bounds. But how about Peyton Pickett with that balance there, bouncing off tacklers, and now putting Jackson State a little bit closer.
See the end of the run. He tried to tiptoe the line, but yeah, I can see why they called him out on that 9-yard line. But he's showing you the ability to have speed and power on the edge. Oh.
I don't know. It was close. It depends on the angle, because I'm telling you from up here, I thought he may
I think they need to challenge that.
skirted down the line. Either way, an 11-yard pickup and 1st and goal for Jackson State. Sanders drops it and wisely just takes a knee. Again, the maturity that you're seeing right there from that true freshman quarterback.
Yeah, take a knee, but that's a problem. You can't have a quarterback put the ball on the turf, and you see there, just drops it. And once you drop it there, you actually don't want to take that knee. You want to just scoop it off the ground and throw it.
Jay, loss of 6 there, but again, listening to the coaches, they felt like he was trying to do too much last week. So there's an instance where just take the loss, scoot back, and regroup. Sanders surveying the field. The pressure from Horton finds a man wide open in the middle of the field and into the end zone. Josh Lanier
Touchdown,
America just
Jackson
witnessed
State.
the very first touchdown pass of the young career of Shedeur Sanders. And did it his way. Stepped up. I love the vision. It has the ability to throw across his body. Realizing Lanier was only going to be open for a split second.
Y'all hit the like button,
Lanier
share the
does the
video,
rest.
like
Good
the video,
job
subscribe to the channel.
avoiding the would-be tackler, knowing where the end
This is
zone
DJ's
is.
Raw Uncut Truth for part of the new media game.
Glenn Misek on to attempt the extra point, and flags fly out.
See, Lanier just got those nuances to the game, man.
Lanier.
That was a curl route. That was a flat curl route, and he vacated to the open area because the outside linebacker dropped back into coverage. He vacated to the open area and made himself available to Shedeur. And see, that's next level receiving, and you're bringing that to Jackson State. Swac, you got to be excited about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very strong receiver. For his size, he looks small, but he's a very strong guy. He runs good routes too.
Well, a new feature.
A lot of people were hesitant on him because he came from Alabama and he didn't really play that much at Alabama. He was on special teams. But you know, Alabama got NFL players on the bench. So
that's facts, man.
You know what I'm saying? So him not playing didn't mean that he wasn't good. It just means that he had, you know, NFL players in front of him. So I think he's gonna be great in Jackson State.
I agree with you, brother. You know, when receivers go that extra miles, you know, a lot of the time it's a guy that's going to put up a lot of numbers as touchdowns because he broke off of his route. He finished his route, but he broke off of it and made himself available. That's going to help Shedeur out a lot going through the season.
So a lot of people underestimate that. They're legendary down in Nashville.
I want to see what the crowd look like in the stadium. Looks like it's packed.
Got a lot of them too.
Oh yeah, got a good crowd.
Well, that's what you got to learn to SWAC. Goddamn, JSU just scored a touchdown. The Tennessee State band still turned up. Let's go.
To kick it off. To the end zone for the touchback. Well, we'll tell you more about Tennessee State. Eddie George was brought over, convinced by many people, including their.
Well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna step in the other room real quick.
Founded in 1912.
Go ahead and your business, brother.
And a number of notable alums, including Richard Dent and Too Tall Jones, W.C. Gordon, but one of the biggest, if not the biggest, is Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, you could have stopped right there.
This defense is a smothering defense. They run that 2-5, man. Those two defensive ends are hell. And when you got a guy like Shiloh that's really playing more of a hybrid role on defense between linebacker and
gets his
safety.
First carry of the game, pickup of 11 yards that moves the sticks.
Coming downhill, trying to run, and once again we see Shiloh Sanders delivering a blow. He's one of those guys that when he gets to the pile, because he plays free safety.
For everybody that was asking for Shiloh to wrap up, he just wrapped up. Hit stick.
End of first quarter, and we've got a special guest from Tennessee State that'll join us in the booth shortly.
That's the end of one, man. Y'all tell us how y'all feeling about the game, man. Show some love to the channel. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That's for DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. How y'all feeling about the direction of the game? I'm gonna have to talk through the duration of the commercial because I don't want the brother to get any kind of copyright issue.
It's skincare and makeup in one for instant wrinkle reduction and healthy.
For you JSU fans, how you feeling tonight, man? How you feeling about what you're seeing for your team? How y'all feeling about Shedeur and the way he's performing? For you Tennessee State fans, are you satisfied with the job Eddie George is doing with the program? The score is 7-0. It is 7-0, Jackson State University. 7-0.
I'm back, Ref.
How you feel about that first quarter, brother? How you feeling about that defensive line, and how you feeling about the offense being able to settle into that game?
I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from Shador. He's throwing good passes. The defense getting after it. So yeah, it's looking real good right now. I mean, I just need the defense to hold off Tennessee State. Don't let them score. I want them to do a shutout tonight. So hopefully they don't let Tennessee State score.
That's a great point that you bring up, brother. When you're a program that is had an influx of talent, an influx of high recruits, and you used to dealing with a certain level of success, the great teams, they always are disciplined enough after a score to not give up points. So let's see if this defense, doesn't get too excited about them dominating that first possession and the offense scoring. Let's see if they can keep their head in the game and keep the intensity up. That's good. That's going to be key.
Josiah Lucas, JSU is up 7-0.
Y'all said y'all feeling those new uniforms. Yeah, they're fire. They're fire. Yeah, they're gonna have to stop the run. They got to stop the run. Like I said, when a team is experiencing this much hype and this much success early, as far as expectations,
Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN
you got to break.
Plus,
You got to
and
break
more.
old
That's
habits.
7 times the entertainment because everyone deserves better. The best part? It all starts at $35.
I need to see
7-0 advantage for Jackson State
Devontae
in
Rucker,
this
number 15,
second
get off.
quarter as we welcome you back inside the booth. Jay Walker and the legend, like the towering legend from Tennessee State, and Ed Too Tall Jones. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, I got to ask you just the journey at Tennessee State. Two-time All-American defensive end. You signed up to play
Shout out
basketball,
St.
but
Louis.
you wanted to play football for Big John Merritt.
Well, I was a baseball and basketball player in high school. Had never played football before. And under the influence of my brother-in-law, he said, "You're a football player. You need to go to Tennessee State." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to Tennessee State." And it was the best decision I ever made.
As you see that play here, your assessments thus far, Too Tall, of what you've seen from your Tigers.
I'm a little concerned with Jackson State's passing game. We're going to have to be able to put some pressure on Mr. Sanders here. But other than that, we're hanging in there. And Tennessee State's always been known to start slow and finish strong. So hopefully that will happen this game.
Let me ask you this. How about Eddie George taking over at your alma mater there? How about the excitement, your thoughts on that?
Absolutely love it. I love the fact that Dion signed with Jackson State and Ed is signed with Tennessee State. Ed is a good friend of mine, and we've talked a lot since he signed with Tennessee State. And like I told him, I said, we don't expect you to coach a lot. Just we need you to recruit, bring in the horses, and let your assistant do the job.
That's a Tennessee State legend right there talking.
I want to know this. Now, I'm an HBCU guy. We're all HBCU in this group here.
Too Tall Jones.
What's it been like for you? When y'all were there for years, Big Blue under John Merritt and everybody else at Gillum, always expected to win. What's it going to take for y'all to get back to being big?
Shout out to our host, brother DJ. He says we have 95 likes and 200 people in the building. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, baby. Let's get the likes to 200. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And if anyone can bring it back, I think Eddie George, the fact that he can call up any of the parents and get an invite to their home, and then he's got to sell himself. But also, we're going to have to win. Players these high school players want to go to colleges where they have the opportunity to win. So as soon as we're able to put some wins together, I think we'll be fine.
Correction, 340 people.
At the highest level.
Let's get the likes to 200, man, so we can keep it going.
Cowboys. Have you gotten a chance to talk
You gotta respect the rules of the house. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
I haven't had a chance to talk to the team. In fact, this is my first game seeing them play. I didn't get a chance to see them play in Canton last week. I missed that. I hate I couldn't be there. But like I said, I called Eddie George and said, man, anytime you need me, I will be there, and I can't wait to share some of my wisdom with the players.
Now, I got to ask you this question now. There's a legendary story out there.
Jackson State looks like
they say Lord's Prayer.
They bailed him out.
Would ride with Coach Merritt in a Cadillac, and the rest of the
they
team
ran a draw play, and they let the running back scat for about 16 yards. They got a personal foul, so now it's 1st and 10.
No, I didn't get to ride the Cadillac, and I didn't get to smoke into the cigar.
That's the way it used to be done in HBCU football. And Too Tall Jones, do you mind just staying with us for just a little bit and give your take and analysis since you're up here in the booth? We've got an offensive guy already. We need your defensive eyes.
gonna take it in, see what you call there, see what you see from our bird's eye view here.
Okay.
Now, one thing I've been noticing, and this is rare, Tennessee State quarterback under the center. That's gone away in college football now. Everybody does shotgun. What does that present as a defensive lineman? The difference in a quarterback in shotgun compared to being underneath.
Well, it's an advantage for the defense anytime the quarterback's under the center. It gives you a couple.
All right, Swac, I
seconds
see you,
in case
man.
they
I
pass
see
the
you. I
ball.
see you.
So I'm surprised they're running
Second
that
and
type of
11.
offense, but
Tennessee State
Eddie
on the
knows
Jackson
something that
State
I don't know.
46-yard line.
2nd and 11. And a whistle and a timeout taken by Tennessee State. And we
They want to
will
make sure they
take
cash in on
a
points.
break as
The
well.
timeout
We
from
appreciate
Eddie
the
George.
TSU legend, the
Oh,
Big
yeah,
Blue
man.
legend,
This is
Dutel
SWAC
Jones
Football
joining
Saturday
us in the booth.
Appreciate you, bro.
on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Y'all get to like something, man.
Love
Share the
every
video,
piece
like
of
the
wood
video,
that you
subscribe to the
purchase and
channel.
toys for your little one.
Make sure you hit that
Everything
bell
in the
icon.
box is designed by experts for each stage of your child's development.
DJ, if you could turn the
From
commercials
brain
down. We don't
science
want to
and
deal with
Montessori
any
to the way you play.
copyright issues.
Every 2 to 3 months, a play kit is delivered to your home. It's matched to your child's age and what they are.
Yes, sir. SWAC Football Saturday night. That's what I'm talking about. We got JSU led by Hall of Famer Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, versus Tennessee State University, led by Hall of Famer Eddie George. So a wonderful matchup. It seems like it's a styles matchup that we got going on right now. I still see some kinks that Shador needs to work out as far as progressions, but he's a freshman and he's developing at a rapid rate. He looks a lot better than he did last week. He looks more poised. You know what I'm saying? He looks more into the game mentally. Shiloh Sanders has been another standout on defense. He caused the fumble on 3rd down, and he also stopped what could have been a breakaway run for Tennessee State. Urban Network said, I'm just here so I don't get fined. I hear you, player. What y'all think about the game? What y'all think about the game and the direction of the game? I'm going to read some of the comments. Yeah, man. Thank you, Bernard Wallace, on behalf of our brother DJ. You said love what you're doing, love what JSU doing. Absolutely, man. The people deserve a place they can come and talk about HBCU football, SWAC football, Jackson State football, and marvel at the job that Coach Prime is doing in year one. We deserve a place where we can be interactive and talk in the chat and talk to one another and enjoy each other's company on this Saturday night as a wonderful people, as a wonderful tribe. That's right. Malik Woody says we need more high-level NFL Hall of Famers taking these HBCU jobs. I would love to see it. And the other brother was saying JSU has to be more disciplined. Yeah. They're dealing with a lot of success. They're dealing with a lot of success early. So you got to understand this is a program that's used to a certain level of expectations. For all of that to change overnight, you know, it's going to take time for them to be able to deal with success. It's a progression. Number 19, scats for about
near the 1st down marker. Good pickup.
9 yards.
There. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Showing the mobility. And one of the times they tried to set him up and go play action, hard sell, but the protection didn't hold up, forced Hickbottom to have to use his mobility to escape and pick up 9.
Well, here's how we got here. Shador Sanders with the touchdown pass to Josh Lanier, and forced fumble. The defense of Jackson State coming through as well. Jalen Rouse up ahead. That extra effort, that's good enough for a 1st down. But right now, Tennessee State trying to move down the field and answer. We saw him a little bit under center, but now out of shotgun. Hickbottom hands it off. Rouse once more.
Yeah, it looks like Eddie George, Coach Eddie George and company are finding their groove with that draw play.
Rouse in the game at this stage of the game, he's the faster of the running backs. He's got the higher top end speed, but once you cross the
yeah, man. I agree with you. Gaddy is going too far up the field. He's he's chasing the quarterback and he's not staying disciplined. You have a rule with an athletic quarterback that you never want to overrun them, and that's why they're being susceptible to the draw play right now because of those defensive ends. They're getting too far upfield. They're not staying gap discipline right now.
They got them spread out if they want to, man to man across the board if they can find a matchup they like.
Hickbottom moves out of the pocket, and Hickbottom using his
Once
legs
again, the
to
same
pick
thing
up the
happened.
first
They're
down.
not staying disciplined on the edges.
Would have liked to have seen a little bit more patience from Hickbottom on that, but you never go wrong moving the chains, running the football. However, he knew it was man-to-man coverage. Man-to-man, he had two crossing routes right in front of him that were open that possibly could have scored.
And they move quickly, and quickly met in the backfield. That's Coinus Miller.
Beautiful penetration by Coinus Miller. Beautiful penetration. Right up there, you got.
From Auburn. Pushes them back 2 yards. Well, there are a number of defensive guys that
They got some dogs on that JSU defensive line. They got some dogs, man.
And Miller is one of them.
Biggest improvement I've seen from Jackson State from the spring to the fall, the defensive line by far.
Second and a dozen. There's Starling.
Old school reverse.
Hands off to Daron Johnson.
Gotta wrap up, number 4. They gotta wrap up.
Ahead as his teammate Hickbottom lost his helmet, and he's still down. I tell you, helmets flying everywhere.
Now this is where it's the first half. Call timeout. If you're Tennessee State, call timeout. If they tried to set it up and seal the edge, he did a good job. Johnson, number 5, of making the first tackler miss, and even the second, but too much team speed there. Now I'm saying
when you start seeing them helmets flying across the field, somebody laying some hat, man. They laying some hat out there tonight.
On this pass. Instead, they have to go to Bryant, the backup. See, this is one of those things, know the management. Timeouts aren't as valuable.
Tennessee State University ball boy. Shout out to him looking like Louis Vert. Shout out to you, plug.
Critical third down here as the Tigers are moving the ball down the field. Bryant, the backup, he's in, looking down, has a man, completes the pass, and inside the 5-yard line.
Tennessee State is marching. They're in the red zone on the 2-yard line.
With the fumble earlier, but how about Bryant saying, "Take this, Jay Walker. I'm just the backup, but I'm coming in throwing dimes."
Gain of 18. Hickbottom checks back in. The senior out of Mobile, Alabama, decides to keep it himself. James Houston wraps him up, and once more Hickbottom's helmet flies off.
At this point, you need to tighten up your chin strap, make some adjustments. But you know who I'm noticing for Jackson State flying all over the field? Cameron Silman, number 12. Watch Silman. Recognition. You're not going to outrun me to the corner. He takes the angle away, which forces Hickbottom to try and cut upfield. That's where James Houston was waiting for him.
Bryant is back on the field.
The score is 7-0 JSU. Tennessee State is marching on the 2-yard line, on the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
Is Bryant.
Touchdown, Tennessee State.
A 2-yard scamper for the backup quarterback, Devion Bryant, and they can even it up with the PAT.
As soon as he came into the game, running situations down the goal line, you knew he wasn't going to throw it. This is just quarterback run. Quarterback getting the end zone. Sanders comes up, tries to hit him hard, but didn't work this time around.
DJ, could you please let our brother Swac back in? He said he's backstage. Tennessee State has just tied the game, 7-7.
And a tie ball game from Memphis, Tennessee, the 32nd annual Southern Heritage Classic.
Yo.
What's going on, Swac?
7-all, thanks to Devion Bryant and his 2-yard touchdown.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. Yeah, man.
Why am I not hearing the stream?
Yeah, we're able to hear you.
Return to rugged.
7-7, Tennessee State, Jackson State. Jackson State really had gotten off the field. It was a 3rd and 18, and they lost discipline on a draw play. allowing the running back to scat for about 16 yards. And after that, somebody came in undisciplined with a personal foul,
here.
and that was able to continue to drive. Go ahead, brother. Swac, are you able to hear us? I don't think the brother's able to hear us. Our brother's experiencing some technical difficulty. When he gets it right, we'll get him back in here. What y'all feeling about the game, man? What y'all feeling about the game? Like the brother said, like it's a classic, man. It's a classic. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing great ever came easy. So yeah, it's getting good. This is SWAC football Saturday nights on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. SWAC football Saturday nights, JSU alumni. How y'all feeling about your team tonight? Sheldon Gray said it's time to buckle down. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. It is. I would like to see some delayed blitzes, some shifting of the line of scrimmage, getting over the nose a little bit better, because that draw play is really what's hurting them the most right now. So dare them to go play action on you. And he says the defense gave up 6. Yeah, they did. Chalo didn't wrap up.
Another big rivalry. The question is, who is the real H?
Space Age 3000 said you got to be disciplined defense.
Your
That's right.
answer is, you can find us.
And he said Thurman got to tighten up.
Live YouTube
Yeah, man.
Or ESPN YouTube channel. On the return, Jackson State just passed the 20-yard line. Well, remember,
all right. It looks like we got a game on our hands, ladies and
a
gentlemen.
new feature this week. If you would like to watch
some
both
form
fans
tackling, you got to wrap up.
Performances at halftime. All you got to do is log on to the ESPN.
Yes, Alvin Johnson. Nicholas Saban calls it rat poison. This is what happens when you listen to all the chatter and forget the game is won on the field. Stay focused. That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's a heavyweight match.
A lot of changes is happening in Jackson State right now, and a lot of success. So they just got to get to the point where they're used to success. 1st and 10 on the Jackson State 20. Shadir Sanders. Shadir out there looking like Drew Brees, man. He's going through his progressions. He's delivering an accurate ball.
Where Richie was tackled.
Maybe another holding on the block on the outside.
Pass interference. Offense.
Oh, man.
Blocking downfield. 15-yard penalty from previous spot. Remains first down.
Yeah, that's a tough
one. Oh, maybe this thing got
that ball was released right away. Sanders had great recognition.
The receivers
Lanier for blocking once he realized
the receivers are killing drives, man.
That was a fair call.
All right, Rev, you can hear me?
Well, I tell you, those
I hear you, brother. Can you hear me?
Okay.
I mean, balls in the air.
Oh, that's a tough call. That's a bad call.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough
ball was
call.
in the air. It wasn't going to him, and he started blocking, squeezing him a little bit. I thought.
Backs them up to their own 11.
Yeah, see, that's
1st and a lot. Sanders with the
look. This boy diming him up today.
Good catch, good coverage, and that's Trevontae Rucker right
God
there
Almighty.
with the 15-yard reception.
Yeah, Rucker, the freshman, thinks he's got a first down, but he forgot about the penalty on the play before. But slips, gets back up,
and a face mask, but they didn't call it.
It allowed him to slip if the ball was still.
Look, you struggle to find kids on the FBS level that can go through their progression like that as a freshman.
It's Warren Newman, and Newman with a complete pass just a couple yards short. That'll bring up 3rd down.
James Green, the linebacker, number 8, almost jumped that route for a big play.
Tony Shelvin says run the ball. I'm not sure about that player. Last week they had a lot of problems in short yardage situation.
Tennessee State defense is starting to get a little bit closer.
I don't know if you want to give Tennessee State the ball back.
Sanders under center. Pitches it out to his
See what I'm saying about that run ball thing, man?
With absolutely nowhere to go, snuffed out immediately by the free
safety. Man. No.
They got to get it together, man.
Nah, man. Look, Swag. I'm gonna just tell you, man. The strength of your team on offense is that guy throwing that
Jackson
ball.
State not able to get the running
That's
game
what you
going.
got right now.
I mean, this
So
is how you
keep
play.
the
Good
ball in his
inside
hands,
out,
man.
Tackle, open field, small space, textbook.
But you got to change your tendencies, man.
Unmuted on Marcus O'Neal to boot it away. Back to return. Dayron Johnson.
Hell of a punt. That's a hell of a punt.
25 and watches it bounce out around the 20. And that's where Tennessee State and Jeremy Hickbottom will start their drive.
Yeah, no. That look.
Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on
Like
car
Swac
insurance?
told us, man. I was watching one of Swag's videos. Shout out to my brother Swag Buzz. Y'all subscribe to my brother's channel, like the video. He's the resident expert on Swag football, and I was studying his video, and he was telling us that
but I moved to
DJ, if you would turn down the
year.
commercial,
I
brother.
decided to get a bike because the car was too expensive.
But yeah,
We
man,
both
he
work
was
at
telling us that
Chick-fil-A.
the
She
Swag
had
is
bikes
known
to
for
work
airing
every
the
day,
ball
and
out.
then went to
I don't
hit,
think
and
in
that
that
was pretty rough.
situation with your defense being on the field for a lot of plays, the last drive, you don't want to send the ball back over to Tennessee State right now and they're hot. You want to give your defense a chance to rest. So running a swing play on that down a distance 3rd and 2 with your back against the end zone, I don't think that's the play you run. You run a slant or you run a dig. But I'm sure Deion wants to stay committed to the run and see what kind of dogs he got on that offensive line. What do you think about that play call, Brother Swack?
Man, what he's doing, he's just trying to open things up so Shadur can make the passes. I mean, that's why you run the ball so your passing game can work. But man, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the running game. They're getting stopped way too much, and the receivers they're not getting real separation. I don't know, man. This not looking good. They need to get it together, man. I'm a little concerned.
I agree. I understand, brother. I understand that you didn't want to flip the ball over right there. And yeah, I agree. The brother says in the chat, he said, Mustafa Ahmad, he says, why run a sweep to the short end of the field? Yeah, the play call was that was questionable. But you know, let's see where we go with this thing. They're doing a playback of Deion's Coach Prime's speech about the names on the back of the jersey. Swag, how do you feel about the names on the back of the jersey, man? I know you've been in the SWAC for a while and you're a JSU alumni. How do you feel about that?
I love it. I mean, this is giving our kids exposure. Like our kids need that exposure. They need to be able to see, their names on the back of the jerseys, people being able to know who they are. And then, with NIL going on, they can actually print these jerseys and sell them, and the kids can get that money. So I think it's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad he said something about it. Our kids need that. Like, we're not like Power 5 conferences where our games are going to be on national TV every week, so they need that exposure.
Right. Big play over the top for Tennessee State, a gain of about 40 yards, man. You don't want to keep.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't want to keep giving them the ball back, man. You don't want to do that. Your defense is tired. They're reeling right now.
On the back of a jersey until I made it to the NFL, it felt special the first time I saw it. However, there are other schools like Grambling comes to mind, Penn State. Some of them make the decision not to put names on the back of the jersey.
Oh,
Sometimes
Lord.
the coach sets the tone. No name is bigger than the team. So I feel both ways. And if your team wants it, then I'm all for doing it. There's some traditions that don't allow for it, but I do understand where he's coming from.
Well, we just referenced the new era that they're bringing. And look, Deion Sanders is going to say some things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. He is going to push the envelope. He is going to try to affect change in the way that he knows to do it. And people are listening. And how about we're listening to those big tackles and cracks from Katron Evans and James.
Boom, Katron Evans with the hit stick, the mad hit stick. I see you, baby.
90, right in the center of your screen, slips by the block, and
good God.
Houston are there to meet the ball carrier, Starling, in the backfield. Say it again, the improvement on the defensive line for Jackson State is noticeable.
Because they were already shored up on the secondary front. I mean, we have seen John Warren, Shiloh Sanders, C.J. Holmes, Cameron Stillman, those guys already show great promise but being able to get that push up front and wreak havoc makes a difference.
Oh, yeah, man. Here we go.
Now, and the pressure
Great
being
pressure.
felt by Hickbottom.
Once again,
He
playing
makes
too
eyes
far
up and
upfield,
downfield.
man.
And check this out.
You got to want it.
Hickbottom says, I absolutely do first down.
Those are the plays you
Man.
have to make the quarterback where your team knows how bad he wants it. Decide he knows where the first down marker
Gotta
is.
maintain gap
sacrifices his
integrity,
body,
man.
gets spun around. And as a quarterback, if you get hit like that, as long as you get the first down, you get to get up and say, first down.
Well, Swac, you know what
if he was needing to
the
knock
antidote
off some
for a
rust,
2-5
they
defense
say
is?
Jeremy Hickbottom is
What's
a
that?
tireless worker
A running quarterback.
in the gym.
Oh yeah.
He dedicates
A
himself
running quarterback,
and
man.
his
Goodness
body,
gracious.
and he also sacrifices it like we saw right there.
Yeah, when he left Grambling, highly recruited. Some talk that he was going to go to Bethune-Cookman.
For some reason, my stream
Go
is a
there,
play
then
behind
decided to
y'all.
go to Tennessee State.
Okay.
Eddie George got the job. That was a direct correlation of him ending up in Nashville.
Yeah, Hickbottom is playing. He's playing above his head right now,
Check
man.
out the
He's taking this
Undefeated
game
for
very
exclusive
seriously.
HBCU content. Click on the HBCU tab at theundefeated.com. A bonus story you will see on there is Eddie George's vision and purpose at TSU. Some outstanding reporting from the Undefeated. Well, you think back to Eddie George.
Like, this is a
being
rivalry
hired.
game though, so
It was announced on
Go-
April 11th,
like that.
2021. No previous coaching experience, but a longtime Nashville resident. And now he has a chance to add to the great legacy that Ed Too Tall Jones mentioned earlier this quarter. Hickbottom with time, and he just recedes, retreats.
That's a big time sack. That's a loss of 12. Big time sack right there.
From St. Francis Academy up in Baltimore. But when you have this much time off the play action, this can't happen. Throw the ball, get rid of it. You lost 9 yards on that. But that's the thing. He made a great run the previous play, and here just doing too much. Get rid of the football.
Alvin Jackson says Shador will be fine. He's got a great arm for a freshman starter.
That's something
Defense is just a little messy right now,
George
believing the
talked
hype.
to
I
us
think the
about,
7.5
hey, look,
will be good for them. We shall see, my brother. We shall see.
First time really getting a chance to see them. That was last
Y'all get the
week.
likes up. Make sure you're
Against
respecting the
Grambling,
channel,
and
man.
once
Make sure you're
more,
respecting the channel. The
They're
brother,
trying to
the brother
diagnose
DJ is
what
working
they have.
overtime right now, doing this, handling his business, and keeping us going right now.
So the
Y'all make sure y'all
timeout
hit the like
taken
button.
by Tennessee State. And Jay, you know, when we had a chance to talk to the Tennessee State coaches, they mentioned, you know, just how challenging, you know, it has been for them, given the fact that
Jackson State has to be aware
had a number
of the
of
draw play right here.
practices to work with, whether it's
Tennessee State
negotiating
has constantly
COVID,
killed them tonight, running
being
that
hired
quick
April
draw
11th, no spring
on long
for
down.
Eddie George and this
So they
staff,
got to
and
be
I like the D
cognizant.
line. I like the
a
D
new
line
staff.
play.
All of that kind of comes together.
Yo,
in a
yeah,
short amount
they
of
some
time.
dogs, man. They
Secondary.
some
It's
dogs.
the secondary. The secondary is
He loves the city of Nashville.
secondary is
By doing
messing up
so,
tonight.
he loves Nashville's
Yeah,
HBCU.
the D line is
Tennessee
definitely some
State
dogs.
Track
That
and
the
field.
defensive
No
ends got to be more disciplined
He
on the
loves
pass
it.
rush, on the
Anything
running
to help
quarterback. Can't get too far upfield,
helping
but
Tennessee State,
hey, those
he's gonna
tackles
give
are
it
hell
all.
right now,
I
bro.
mean, he's all in. If people ask, he's all in on Nashville. He's all in on Tennessee State.
2nd and 19. They try to get Davon Johnson in space. And he's brought down by Keontae Hampton, a name we haven't called much yet, but you said,
Looks
Jay,
like we're gonna have a
one of the
3rd and
best
14 coming up. The
linebackers
3rd
in
and
your
14,
opinion in the SWAC.
3rd and
He was
15 to be exact.
2019 SWAC Defensive Player of the Year as a sophomore. Let you know the type of
Swag, Jackson State got to get off the field right here, brother. They got to get off the field.
Miller. Those
Yeah, they
two,
better
that
get off the
4-2
field.
stack defense they like to have. Nothing better.
3rd and 15, and a stat that jumps out is 4 of 5 for Tennessee State on 3rd downs. They've got to get to the 20-yard line of Jackson State. Feeling the pressure in there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Swings them down.
Yes, sir.
The protection wasn't great, but they brought a blitz and they
That's a
picked it
big
up.
time
There's a late
adjustment.
flag
That's what
coming
we were just
out.
calling
This
for,
may
that
be
that
Tennessee
outside
State
back of
first,
blitz.
but once you get the swim move, and that's a matchup problem. You can't have a freshman running back in Jalen Rouse trying to block James Houston.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Bottom, who hits the
This
turf
looks like
hard.
conduct. Offense number 19. His first.
Oh yeah, it's on the offense. Good.
Yeah, finally something goes Jackson State's way as far as officiating goes.
And that's just a frustration penalty right there on Hick Bottom.
You know, when you run and get scrambled, he got slammed to the ground.
I haven't seen number 12 get back there yet.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that guy in space as well.
So often it's the second person that gets caught. Shiloh got in his head, and he said something that was inappropriate, but an official heard it and flagged.
That was backwards 29 yards between the penalty and the loss of 14 on the sack. Here is Warren Newman. And Newman with some space and just tripped up. Oh, he had some room and real estate up ahead of him.
You know, and I really like Warren Newman. I think he gets overshadowed. Mr. Excitement has been that way for a while at Jackson State. Can do a little bit of everything. Is a return specialist, plays slot receiver well. He was the only one of that starting wide receiver core in the spring that stayed for the fall. And in doing
all right, Shador Sanders is trotting back on the field.
Toughed it out.
Shador Sanders trotting back on the field right now.
Like some others did, but
we'd like to see Jackson State get some points on the board before the half.
We felt like
you want a competitive game and we're getting on aim mag, go JSU.
His role
I see you, brother Alvin. Rock with us now, rock with us.
On that Jackson State offensive unit. Shador Sanders, second drop today, being pressured and just gets the ball away. You see the
Swag, I gotta say it, man. You're absolutely right, man. Shador Sanders' ball control
and some words once more being exchanged
is becoming an issue.
Between these two teams.
Really, that's the only issue I'm seeing from him right now, honestly.
Neutral site game.
Yeah.
Here in Memphis, classic.
I mean, these mistakes, they're expected from a freshman. And you know, he's coming from a school where he only played in front of small crowds.
Right away, so
he's not used to this.
He gets that hand on him and then
that's a great point, brother. I saw you make that earlier in one of your videos. Absolutely, that's a great point.
For pure player safety, the officials will call.
Hey, somebody said Meridian, Mississippi in the house. We see you, Meridian.
So right now,
shout out to Meridian. That's where my sister lives.
Tennessee State.
Yeah, sir. I had many a nights in Meridian, Jackson Mississippi.
Under 3 minutes to go in the opening half.
That was a personal foul, horse collar penalty.
Touchdown pass. And here,
another good pass by Shador.
To Shane Hooks, guy who was with the team in spring, transfer from Ohio.
For those that are not able to watch the game live, Jackson State is driving right now. It's 2nd and 7.
You know you have to know your role because we've seen Sanders throw the ball to Hooks, Lanier, Corbin, Rucker, Newman.
Ball on the 48-yard line of Tennessee State.
Distributing the football to your teammates. Get open.
Yes, sir.
That's
yes, sir.
Exactly what Warren Newman has done tonight. And he's moving the chains.
We knew the brother had a hell of an arm, but were you expecting this level of accuracy this early in his career?
Not anticipating what the coverage is going to be. Once you see that coverage,
repeat that your screen, your connection went out.
I'm sorry. Hold on, let's watch this play.
Shotgun, felt a little pressure from Davon Hawkins, gets it away. Trevante Rucker was
I was saying, brother Swag, we knew the brother had a hell of an arm. He had a whip on him. But were you expecting this level of accuracy, pinpoint accuracy, this early in his career?
Offensive coordinator Jason Phillips.
I did. I mean, I watched a lot of videos on him before he came, and that's the one thing that stuck out to me was how accurate he was.
17 of 22 tonight for Shador Sanders.
Hey, TBA, hey, don't make fun of the hole in the wall clubs in the South, man. Alabama, Mississippi, man. Yeah, you have some of the greatest nights of your life over there, man.
Looking up the gut.
That was a good time to scramble.
The 10-yard line, they're going to spot it at the 11.
It's early, but when Sanders drops back the pass and he's in that empty formation, everybody's on the edge of their seat. And I haven't seen that type of feeling since like Steve McNair. And it was like that when McNair played. It was like, what's he going to do next? And Sanders is kind of like that. He goes empty. They all want to see what he's going to do.
When you think about the journey of Shedeur Sanders,
Okay, yeah, man. I'm liking his drive right here, man. I'm liking his drive. Shedeur is showing a lot of poise, even though he did have the ball control issue at the beginning of the drive. But it looks like he settled in. They're hitting him a lot of curl routes, a lot of seam routes. There's a lot of money open in the middle of the field. The bank is over.
Steve could go out there for 300 yards a game, but if it required me to
Yeah,
rush
need him to cash in though.
to get the win.
Yeah, they got to cash in, brother. Shout out to Tupelo, Mississippi. I know somebody Tupelo too. Stop playing with me now.
off a back injury, and he's diving for the ball and doing all kinds of things that you wouldn't necessarily expect coming off a back injury, but that was the type of guy that Steve McNair was. 2nd and 8. Now quickly to Josh Lanier.
Where all my Jackson people at?
Was tripped up by number 11, Jaysean Bryant. Bryant, the junior out of Nashville.
And that was a fantastic play. I mean, Bryant had the recognition of the wide receiver screen and made a shoestring tackle to have him lose
I agree
yardage.
with you, Cody Bang. I agree with you. I see what you're saying, brother.
He was
I
hurt
agree
most
with
of last year, didn't get the opportunity to play, but
you. Yeah, Jackson ain't no joke,
Brandon
man.
Fisher
Jackson
said,
ain't no
this
joke.
is a young man who's going to give you that old
What part of Jackson y'all from?
linebacker field. He can stay in the box, and right there, he read that play out exceptionally well.
Oh, Jeffrey, I went to Provine.
3rd and 8.
On Provine Ram.
Big 3rd and 8 as Jackson State wants to try to score before going into the locker room. Sanders.
Oh, that should be a flag.
Was trying to find Keith Corbin, but got tangled
My
up.
best friend Skip is a head coach over. Well, he's an assistant coach over there at Callaway.
On the outside, get a little rub, but it's a good job by number 15.
Yeah, they should have threw the flag on that, man.
Arlington, muddying up the waters, not allowing them to have a clean release, not getting picked, forcing the incompletion.
So the kicking unit on for Jackson State.
Jackson State has the ball. They attempted the field goal. It's 4th and 8, 37 seconds in the second quarter.
Trying to boot it in from
They better make this field
yards
goal.
down is Glenn Mesick. The kick is up. And good.
Yes, sir. It's 10-7, Jackson State
right.
University.
10-7 advantage for Jackson State. Well, a new feature, folks. This week,
The score is
can see
10-7,
what
Jackson
fans
State
complete
University.
Live performances at halftime. Just log on to the ESPN app.
Shout
and
out
search
South
for
Manola.
Southern Heritage Classic halftime band performance. The sonic boom of the South. Yeah, they ready. They ready. The aristocrat of bands. Tennessee State.
Yo. For those of you that are tuning in live, this is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. This is Rev standing in for my brother DJ with my co-head host, brother Swac Buzz. Y'all subscribe to both of those channels. DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, the hosting channel right now, and Swac Buzz for all your swag needs and for you JSU fans. How are you feeling watching this game on a Swac Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth? Oh, he brought it out the end zone. He brought it out the end zone. That was that wasn't the right decision. He fails to make the 20-yard line.
This game shouldn't be that close, but
knew that going
I
in.
can't
They
complain.
kick it into the end zone. Let's return it anyway. Try and get a kickoff return.
Man, look at that crowd, man.
If not the worst thing in the world.
That's a beautiful
29
thing.
seconds left.
Yeah, it is. It is,
Taking
brother.
these
It
going
is.
to the locker room down by 3.
We're coming up at the half. Jay, we also will get an opportunity to go through your Gimme 5. Ooh. What's it on?
know. You tell me. That's why it's called James Give Me Five.
Okay. Well, look, I was trying.
You
Here it was.
trying to
I was trying to.
You're trying to have a team.
I was trying to show you some love. Okay, and this is how you do me. It's what you need to know about the Southern Heritage Classic. That'll be coming up shortly, with time winding down in this second quarter.
It looks like Tennessee State is comfortable with going into the locker room with this game being 10-7. They took a knee. The clock is running down. We're getting ready for halftime. People, we're getting ready for halftime. Yeah, man, y'all are tuning in to DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. This is a SWAC football Saturday night. This is Jackson State University versus Tennessee State. The score is 10-7. Jackson State favoring. What do y'all feel about the game, man? What would y'all like to see from JSU? If you happen to be a Tennessee State fan, what would you like to see from Tennessee State? What do y'all think about the young man wearing the number 2 jersey, Shedeur Sanders, and his performance so far? Brother Swack, you may mention that this game shouldn't be this close, man. What were you expecting the game to be? What was the final score you were predicting?
I was predicting like 35-7. I mean, we get there, but it's like they have to have a crazy second half for it to go that way. So I don't know, man. It's they letting Tennessee believe,
right?
And you got to crush their wheel in the first half and let them know that y'all can't touch us, and it's gonna be a long night for y'all. But I like what Shedeur is doing.
Waves on swim. The brother says Shedeur is dinking and dunking. Well, you got to take what the defense is giving you. And Eddie George seems to have real fear of Lanier and Shedeur going over the top. So they're playing everything in cover 3, keeping everything in front of them. So that's what you want from a freshman quarterback. Sometimes you have to be a game manager. A lot of guys, they fall in love with their arm. They fall in love with their knowledge of the playbook, and they feel like they can fit those throws in there, and then it's leading to turnovers. So Shedeur is doing what he should be doing. You taking what the defense is giving you, which is a lot of curl routes, a lot of things open on the seams in the middle of the field. So he's got to take that. Defense says, "Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry."
I'm concerned because I don't understand why they're not utilizing Shane Hooks. He's like a real tall receiver, and I think they need to utilize him a little more. Just throw it up to him and let him go get it. I mean, Rucker's cold, but it seems like Tennessee State has figured out that they got these little receivers, and I think Shane Hooks, they need to utilize him more.
That's an interesting perspective, brother. Y'all don't forget about the bands, man. Do not forget about the bands. D-Fizz says AOB about to show up and show out. The aristocrat of bands, TSU. All right. My guy Swag laughed with the villainous laugh, being a JSU alumni.
No, I got love for AOB, man. They're a very good band. They tuba section used to be raw, man. Like when I was in high school, they were known for their tuba section, and I used to play tuba too. So I always loved the tuba section from AOB.
And we appreciate you, brother Cody Bang. Thank you for tuning in to SWAC Saturday nights on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. I am one of your co-head hosts, Rev, and I'm with my brother Swag Buzz, and we're providing you with a bit of play-by-play, also with our opinions on the game for those of you who might be at work or on the road and you can't tune into the game. Also for us to interact as a family in the chat and talk about something that is very positive to our culture and positive to our people. TB says, throw the records in the cloud out. This rival game. Okay. Mustafa says Shedeur has a quick release. Shedeur seems to study the pre-snap reads. Shedeur is accurate. Shedeur throws a touchdown pass on a play that was off schedule. Shador has an OC that seems to be learning on the job. Yikes. Could you tell us a little bit about the offensive coordinator for Jackson State University, Brother Swac?
Well, he's coming from a high school, so I could tell the fan base is going to give him a lot of flack because he's coming from a high school, and he's not a person of color, so I could see him getting a little flack. But we just got to give him time. We just got to give him time, and keep faith, and just hope that he start calling some good schemes for Shador, man, because it's looking rough right now. It's looking rough. He's gonna be on the hot seat pretty soon if he keep calling plays like this.
Yeah, there's definitely been some questionable play calls, to say the least. I'm still not sold on JSU's offense. Nathaniel Hall says, full of talent, they're still struggling to score. They moving, but again, you got to question, what was it all just smoke? And shout out to the super chat. Shout out to TB with the $6 super chat. He says, blessings to everyone on this somber and humble day. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, the brother brings up a good question, brother Swac. He says, is it starting to feel like this was just a lot of smoke and it's going to take this thing more time than you thought to really take off to the level that we expected it to? And does this game give you more concern for the teams like Alcorn State?
Yes, it definitely give me concern for next week because we play an FBS team next week. So I was looking forward to JSU offense clicking on all cylinders this week, and so I'm a little concerned about next week. That could be, even if we win this game, next week could be our loss if we don't get it together.
Yeah, I understand and I respect my brother Swac's concerns and some of your concerns in the chat, but you can't ask for much more, to be honest with you, other than the ball control issue. The offense looks good. The defense has played 6 solid quarters of football. They've only given up a total of 13 points. So, I don't think you guys are in bad position. Your quarterback is yet to throw an interception. He hasn't forced any down the field plays that are not there. As long as Eddie George stays in this cover 3, then this is going to be the game, because you don't really have a running game that can cause them to come up out of that cover 3. So, so you got a freshman quarterback. I do understand the concern coming up next week, playing an FBS school. What school are y'all playing, brother?
Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a game. Let's read some of the comments in the chat section. Israel Carey says every game has 2 halves. It's not like they were in the 4th with 2 minutes left. Relax, people. Yeah, that's a fair sentiment. But people also have the right, with a lot of high expectations, to have their opinion as well. Cody Banks says, with the freshman quarterback, no sir, Jackson State is doing very good. Be patient. Ephraim Brown says you have to get points in the red zone. And that is something that is a bit concerning. But I think that's more play calling than quarterback play. They're not doing a lot of things to help Shador out. And like I said, it's not like you have the comfort zone of just being able to give the ball to the back and picking up consistently 5 to 6 yards in the red zone. So everyone knows you're passing. Everybody in the stand knows you're passing. Everybody on the sideline knows you're passing. So they're probably switching into a low quarters look and compressing with the back of the end zone. Jeffrey Shoemaker says you got to put Sanders in a small, in a space you can't coach speed. Okay.
TB, ULM is a Group of 5 school. They're in a Sun Belt conference. So no, JSU doesn't play any Power 5 schools this year. ULM is in the Group of 5.
Okay. TB says, so I hear BYU and Houston joining the Big 12. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that does for the Big 12, but kudos to them. Maybe Houston, but BYU BYU just essentially makes the Big 12 the Big 10. Coach Simmons says, I just want one wheel route, please. Yeah, a wheel route would be nice. A slip screen would be nice because Tennessee State is uber aggressive, pushing up field, trying to get to Shador. So I would love to see a slip screen. Israel says, I like what I'm seeing from Shador. He's got some good football IQ. JSU Tiger says, Miles is beating SU. Wow. Shout out to Miles College in Birmingham, Alabama, the wonderful Inslee, Alabama. Shout out to Miles College. Ray Gwynn says, "Who gets the ball who gets the ball in the second half? Who gets it first?" I think Tennessee State, right? Sweat.
Yeah, JSU got the ball. Did JSU get the ball first?
Yeah, I
If I
think so,
remember
brother.
correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so 10 State get the ball now.
Yeah, Tennessee State won the toss and they deferred for the second half. Yeah, like you said, brother, it looks like Tennessee State is getting confident, though. They're playing with more and more confidence. Are you in any way worried about the outcome of this game?
Not yet. This first series is gonna tell me a lot. So we'll see what the defense does this first series. If we can get a stop this first series and the offense look good, I'll be confident that Jackson State gonna win the game.
Shout out to Malik Woody. He says Miles is a good football program. Not surprised of them beating SU. They gave ASU a battle last week. Lawrence Q says Miles is Fairfield, Alabama. You're right. It's not that far from Inslee, though. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just trying to give a shout out to Inslee. But yeah, Fairfield, Alabama. It's all the Birmingham area. But shout out to you, Lawrence Q.
So I see ESPN is showing the halftime show this week.
Yeah, you see that?
They got clown for not showing the halftime show at the Orange Blossom Classic.
Well, it's good. They deserve it. Cody Bang says, this is actually a fill out year. The reason so many have high expectations is because of Deion Sanders factor. JSU will be a problem in the coming years. How do you feel about that comment, Swag Buzz?
I don't want no fill out years. I want to win now. So yeah, I mean I understand what he's saying, but nah, man, you got all these 4 stars. You got pretty much have a FBS team. Pretty much, you shouldn't lose any games. No, there's no excuse. I can't make that excuse. You have the top FCS recruiting class in the nation. Like, nah, in history, you have the top FCS recruiting class in history. No, you got to win.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, brother. And that's a lot of people's sentiments. A lot of people are feeling that way. They feel like the time is now. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the second half. Because this is gonna be the first time of this team dealing with this level of expectations on a road game. I know the other game was in Miami, but that was a neutral site game. The best ability it could be with FSU. I mean, with FAMU being in Tallahassee. But yeah,
Well, this
man.
a neutral site game too.
Where's Tennessee State located?
Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, they in Memphis.
Lawrence
Man,
Q
I
says,
love that the stadium is packed.
Swag, check this out. Lawrence Q says ULM went 0-10 last year.
Oh yeah, they're trash now.
JSU will
They
be
are
fine. It takes time.
they are hot garbage. So JSU should beat them, but if these FBS teams that recruit big players. So a sorry FBS team like Auburn is sorry. Auburn's not that good, and look what they just did to Alabama State today. So you know, you have to wait and see, man. It's levels to it.
Right. Andrea Robinson says they got to learn one another. Okay. Ephraim Brown says, with the talent they have, do you think it's a matter of being out coached? Ooh. What you think about that, Swac?
No, I mean, they both new coaching staffs. I can't make that excuse. Like, no. I mean, I guess Tennessee State does have the better offensive coordinator because he's an actual NFL offensive coordinator. So yeah. So yeah, I agree. If they're saying the offensive coordinators, it's a discrepancy there. Yeah, I agree with that. Because Hugh Jackson he's NFL caliber. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know where the out coaching. I don't know if it's because it's Coach Prime, like these expectations and this like not lining up and playing on the field is coming from, but like I'm not seeing like all of the problems in the out coaching. Is like they're doing great on defense. They've only yielded 13 points in 6 quarters. The offense doesn't look horrible. It just looks like they don't have a running back, man. So when every team knows you got to pass the ball, you're gonna have moments like this, especially with a freshman quarterback. I do see a major issue with the offensive coordinator right now.
And Dr. Roderick.
Justin McFarland says Hugh Jackson was an NFL coach, not a good one, but still. Now Hugh Jackson was a solid play caller though.
Yeah, so he's a damn good offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we're not gonna disrespect the brother.
Yeah. Now he probably can't be the CEO of a team because you have to have a personality to be a head coach.
That's right.
That's the only thing. That's the only knock against him. But when it comes to calling plays and being an offensive coordinator, he was the truth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alvin Jackson says they still need time to gel. Yes, Hugh did do his thing for the Bengals. And if it wasn't for choke artist Andy Dalton, they should not be starting on any team in the NFL if Cam Newton can't get a job. I'm sorry, I had to say that out loud. But yeah, man, Hugh Jackson would have went deep into the playoffs. That was, Mr. Choke Artist himself, the Red Rifle.
Yeah, I think Cam needs to go to. I would take Cam in Detroit, actually. I think he's better than Detroit's quarterback.
Well, the thing about it, Cam is speaking out now, so we've probably seen the last of Cam, to be honest with you. When you're a black quarterback in the NFL and you get to speaking out, it's over for you, And I think Cam knows this, and he's just trying to set an example for the younger guys in the league that look up to him, the African American quarterbacks that look up to him. I think he's speaking out on their behalf because he has to know the implications of the shield and how the shield always tries to suppress any kind of social justice for our people.
I hope not. I hope he gets another opportunity.
Me too, brother. Me too. Ain't no doubt about it. Me too. B. Bourne says coaching plays a part, but the players need to make plays. Offensive line needs extra work in the weight room. That's true. And wide receivers need to run routes day and night. They just aren't crisp. And what I'm seeing is they're getting pushed. As soon as they get off the line of scrimmage, they're being bullied. Like the play when number 15 got pushed out of bounds, that's unacceptable. To get pushed to the damn, he was in the first row. He was in the first row of the bleachers, man. So, yeah, man, run better routes, and there have been plays where the offensive line is getting bullied to a certain extent. But let's see what adjustments are made, what kind of speech was made in the locker room if Coach Prime can get these guys motivated. And shout out to Eddie George, man. He's doing his thing to be in his first year as a coach. to lose that first game and to come back and have this kind of first half against Jackson State University. Shout out to Coach Eddie George.
Yeah, he's really shocked me because I didn't think he was going to be that good of a coach, not this early on because he's never done it before. At least, Deion Sanders coached high school, but
right.
So Eddie George has really shocked me so far.
Yeah, man. I've been impressed with the quarterback play from the kid from Mobile, Alabama. I've been very impressed with the way he's playing tonight, seeing as how he struggled last week. For those of you who are watching the halftime show, Jackson State University's band is on the field right now. Take the time out and enjoy that. Robert Frank says Shiloh Sanders was given the quarterback position by his dad. 2 quarterbacks left because they felt like they wouldn't get a chance to compete for the position. Check it out. Y'all listen to the sounds of Jackson State University.
Let's welcome the thrill of a million. Here are the Prancing Chicks as they dance to Type of Texas at their best, and that's simply the best there is. Now we feature our Red Sky Sunny and the Baby Tigers. Hey, TSU, no, if you won't. Hey, TSU fans, it appears that a TSU Aristocat band member is attempting the great challenge. Will we make it? Of course not. All right, Memphis, you know what time it is. Hey, Memphis, now let's welcome your very own Duluth
Fantastic halftime performance with an appearance by Memphis legend Moneybag Yo.
All right. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. DJ is your host. I am your co-head host, along with my brother Swac Buzz. This is Rev and Swac Buzz on this Swac Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. For everybody that's still rocking with us and tuning in to the stream, y'all do us a favor right now. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and please hit the bell notification icon so you can become part of the new media gang. Look here, man. DJ has a lot more to offer than just SWAC football. He covers basketball. He covers Cowboys football as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of sports. Also, he has a lot of commentary on a host of different things. So please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to SWAC Buzz as well. His information is right down there at the bottom in the box. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to Brother SWAC Buzz right now. He is our resident expert on all things SWAC, but he happens to be a JSU alumni as well. I want to comment on a comment that I saw in the chat. Brother was saying that Shador was basically given a job and two quarterbacks left because they didn't think they were getting a fair chance. Look, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I grew up watching Alabama State, Alabama A&M. I grew up watching a lot of SWAC football. You're not going to see too many players in FBS at Alabama. I saw Bryce Young struggling with it today that can read through their progressions the way that Shador Sanders is reading through his progressions. Like we gotta stop. This is becoming nonsense. The way that man is reading through his progressions, forget everything else. I'm just saying, act like we're evaluating the talent. Let's remove, what team we're rooting for. This is a freshman that is being blitzed on a weak side that is making the right decision on where to go with the ball. So I'm gonna watch every team this year. I'm gonna watch Alcorn as well. If I see a quarterback that is able to go to their progression like that, they deserve to be at the NFL Combine coming up this spring. Because, bro, that's not easy to do. You got NFL quarterbacks struggle to go through their progression. So to see this kid going through their progressions and, showing pinpoint accuracy, not making any forced passes that can get his team into trouble in a tight game, really, I don't know what more you can ask for. Now, the ball control is an issue right now. We're still seeing him put the ball on the ground, and you never want to see that at all as a coach. So I'm sure Coach Prime has been in his ear about that, and it's something that he's going to have to get rectified. But overall, to say that he was given his job and it's these two other guys that are better, if they are, I do look forward to seeing them at the NFL Combine and at the NFL next year, because this kid, if he continues to progress, and it ain't about the last name, he going to be in the NFL. I'm telling you that right now. Even
Oh yeah,
if it was on
definitely.
the level, yeah, even if it was on the level of a backup. Go ahead, brother Swag. I'm sorry.
So, in regards to the QB question, I think a lot of people are saying that because of so Quincy Casey, he had a good game against Alabama A&M last spring, and so that brought a lot of questions about the QB situation. Quincy Casey did look good. Now, I'm not gonna hate on him. He did look good, but I just don't think he's better than Shadur. Quincy Casey could definitely spin it though, but I it's levels, man. It's just this is a freshman doing this, and he's right on par with what Quincy Casey was doing. So you have a baby doing this pretty much. So just imagine what he's gonna be in year 2 and 3. Come on now, like you have to give Shadur his respect.
Yeah, man. Give the brother his respect. He earned it. And like the brother said, we're not casting any aspersions on Quincy Casey. We wish the brother well. Y'all got me amped up. I'm about to really go break down some tape of this kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go check him out. But yeah, so shout out to both of those brothers, man. And they gotta be nothing like that. If Quincy Casey has found a home where he feels like he's wants it, well, shout out to him. And right now, Shador Sanders is the starting quarterback of the Jackson State University Tigers. So, yeah, man. Alvin Jackson, we are such an instant society. Ever since the microwave came out, your patience is out the window. Absolutely. A lot of folks would rather eat ramen than wait for a good steak. Yeah, that's what, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it feels like, man. It definitely feels like. But these expectations and pressures that this team is facing right now, this program is facing, y'all know what they say about pressure. It makes diamonds. So maybe it's not a bad thing and it'll propel them for more success and get a few of these young men ready for the next level and the rest of them ready for life. Mark Murray
No, it's
says,
gonna be rocking on Bill Street tonight.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, Yeah, I was trying to read the brother Mark Murray's comment. Did y'all see it right there? Damn shame they keeping these schools off streams, but you can see everybody else found you by luck. But we'll be on here every time from now on, man. We appreciate it, brother. Brother DJ, he appreciates it. Our brother Swack appreciates it. Please go show love to our brother Swack Buzz. He has the breakdowns. The Swack needs to be respected just like every other um powerhouse because I
To
believe we're going to
start
be a
this
powerhouse.
second half, Bailey Rayborn back to kick it away. It's Dayron Johnson in the end zone, and he will let it go for a touchback, and that's where we will see the Tennessee State offense once more from the 25-yard line as Jeremy Hickbottom in that first half. Your impressions from him?
Hickbottom does some things well, but he's got to do the things well enough to get his team to lead on the scoreboard. Showed some flashes being a premier quarterback, but also made a couple plays that have you scratching your head.
And instead of seeing Hickbottom, the change coming out of the locker room and Devion Bryant.
About to play some run the ball football, smash mouth football, trying to get physical up in the trenches.
Well, Starling, Davon Starling, one of their terrific running backs who was wrestled down by Aubrey Miller, a pickup of a couple. They need to get him going. We mentioned all first team OVC, best running back in the conference coming from his head coach, Eddie George.
Special guy, but he needs guys up front. You know, they need those linemen to really step up and get it done. They've got some size, but they're also young. They start left tackle. Gupton is going to be a good one, just a freshman, so he's trying to get it together.
2nd and 8. Bryant hands off to Starling once again, moves the pile a little bit more, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 4.
And I'm going to tell you, Jackson State has such a luxury. They're so sound with their defensive backs. Most college coaches are scared to play man-to-man coverage. Well, Jackson State's like,
Okay, so they don't have Hickbottom in the
We're
game.
going to play zero coverage, and we're going to
No,
bring
they took
extra
Hickbottom
guys to
out.
the box. to help
It
in
went
the
to a
run game.
changeup. This guy's more of a running
See
threat.
Shiloh Sanders, C.J. Holmes
They're getting in their face.
that
know
secondary.
about
They don't
that.
mind getting in your face
They're not
at
even,
all.
when they're not looking at the ball and they're looking strictly at the wide receiver, that's how you know it's man-to-man
defensive
coverage.
line
They're
eating.
going to blitz you.
Bryant feeling a little pressure, and he's racked up, brought down. Antoine Owens again.
And see, Swac, in the first half, we talked about
Tech already
gap
graduated, and look,
discipline. See, they did
he's playing out
a
this
much
final
better
year with
job
some
on that third down,
Just
being
numbers.
disciplined in
When
the
they
gap
bring that much
and
pressure,
on
it's
the
going to be a
edges.
collapse
That was
pocket.
great. That was a great
Once you
adjustment.
decide you're going to try and run, there's nowhere to go. There's so many bodies keeping you
Yeah, I
in the
mean,
pocket. You
Jackson
have
State
to
is real
defeat that
athletic
type of
on the
coverage
D
with
line,
your
so
arms, not your legs.
they have the talent to get there every
So
down,
fourth
man. They just
down,
gotta
punting unit
be
on.
disciplined.
Mosley boots it away, bounces out of bounds. Let's go
I'm
back to
not
Shador
so sure
Sanders,
about
who
this
we
quarterback
featured in
change.
the
Like, what
open.
is that
Better than
about?
100
Yeah,
yards
that's
through the air in that
that's
first
raggedy.
half.
I'm not gonna hold you. That's
Athleticism
raggedy.
and complete total command of the offense. The ability to
I mean,
find
Hickbottom
the
wasn't
wide
doing
receiver,
bad.
No, he
that
wasn't.
quickly,
He
whether it's
wasn't.
running back out the backfield
18
or
to 24, 153 yards, one touchdown for
going
Shador
across
Sanders.
his body and coming up with his first career touchdown. He's in command of the offense. Now, what does he need to work on? They should have more than 7
God,
plays. Well, they've got the 10,
the
the field goal,
block.
but
The
they've got to
wide
start getting
receivers
the
are
ball
just
in
so
the
light
end
in
zone.
the ass,
Let's
man.
move the ball from the 20 to the 20, okay, but capitalizing on drives, putting points on the scoreboard.
Out to Newman. Newman is quickly greeted, but sheds the tackler. Keeps on going, but finished off by Tadarius Patterson. Patterson just didn't give up on that play, but he was slowed down by Garlington, was Newman.
That tip, this hurts. Tadarius Patterson comes and catches a little small Warren Newman, and when he gets there, if he's running that way, little power draw action into the turf. That's going to leave a mark.
Loss of 6. That defense looking hungry coming out of the locker room. 2nd and long. Underneath to Trevante Rucker, and Rucker, who just finds a way to wiggle and get a little extra yard or two after many of his catches.
And he's the guy they like to run across the formation. You know, I'm starting to see this enough where if you're going to start Jackson State, you got to locate who's the crosser. They're always going to have a crosser, and Rucker does a good job of making people miss. If you get him the ball in stride, he can hit a home run for you.
We've seen a defensive battle thus far, but on 3rd and 7, Jackson State trying to keep their first drive moving, coming out of the intermission. Sanders with time finds his man. How about Keith Corbin, who's still on his feet? And Keith Corbin to the 10, 5, and into the end zone.
There we go.
Keith Corbin with his first touchdown as a Jackson State Tiger.
Well-designed and executed play. Middle of the field open, cover 2. He's waiting for him to attack, hits him in stride. If you hit your wide receivers in stride, you give him the ability to get those yards after the catch. And in this case, it resulted in a touchdown for JSU.
Go ahead, hit it real quick. Misek adds on the extra point, a 10-point advantage. As Keith Corbin staying on his feet, 67 yards in for the touchdown.
Swac.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the first half, talking about that cover 3 that Eddie George is running, man. To be honest with you, that deep slant's going to be there all game until they make an adjustment. He was able to hit number 7 in stride, and he took it to the house. Tell us what you thought about what you just saw, Swac.
Actually, bro, my screen cut out. So I didn't even see that play. Yeah. I heard it, but I didn't even see it, man. I missed it. I just got my screen back up.
Oh
But
man, we
now,
sorry about
yeah,
that. Man. We sorry about that.
it's all good.
Yeah, man, that pinpoint accuracy, that's what I'm saying, man. These other guys, man, like I said, if you find like if they there, they should be playing on Sunday because that's
Yeah.
not easy to do. That's not easy to do, man. Like you got guys on the FBS level that struggle with that. So that deep slant route is going to continue to be there. The curl is going to be there. And now Eddie George is going to have to commit to coming out of the zone a little bit, putting more man principles together, or just going cover one or full man, because that dinking and dunking has turned into deep slants. And I don't think they have
I
the
want
speed of safety. Go ahead, brother.
I want to ask Jamar Harris something. Like, what do you want the OC to do? Like, what more do you think he needs to do? I'm just curious.
That's a great question, brother. That's a great question. Yeah, like I said, all the complaining about the situation, you know, Shadir should be at like 250 right now, or close to it. You know, yeah, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing, man. I'm loving what I'm
The
seeing.
30-yard line. Well, Extra Yard for Teachers Week is an annual effort led by the College Football Playoff Foundation that brings college sports together to support and honor great teachers across the country at games and on social media. To learn more about Extra Yard for Teachers, follow at CFP Extra Yard. An opportunity to say thank you to all of the teachers who helped to make a difference in the lives of young people, folks like you and me, Jay. Where would we be without our teachers?
Special shout out to Miss Fane, my third grade teacher back at Warner Avenue.
It was Miss Linda Wilson for me, whipped me into shape.
Yeah, they got Brian in there because they want to run more zone read options.
See, Miss Fane's always going to be.
It seems like they want to run the football more.
But see, you Miss Linda.
I still think it's questionable, like you said, though, Swag.
No, but I want to give her a shout out.
So I got to give credit to Miss Jackie Fane, Jacqueline Fane, but always going to be Miss Fane.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 for Tennessee State. The handoff, and that's Starling with little room to run. And Starling saw a number of great jerseys around.
HBCU moment here. Why is it Tennessee State has the ball and they're allowing Jackson State band to perform? The officials should be given a warning and telling Jackson State you have to stop playing when the opposing team has the ball.
And I want to clear something up, egg on my face real quick. That was not Moneybag, y'all. I got kind of excited, y'all. So, like, that was another great Memphis rapper and Duke Deuce that performed with the Sonic Boom of the South. You got to own up to it, Jay. You got to own up to it here. 3rd and 3 for Tennessee State. Bryant still in at quarterback and throws it high at the man. Had Rahman open in the flat and just too tall for him.
Schematically, they had it set up. He craned across the formation. They were going to use the tight end to get the yardage there. It was open, but inaccurate throw. I mean, you get it to him. Richie right there, he's going to turn the corner and pick up a lot of yards, and Richie's a big target at 6 feet 4 inches tall. That throw off the mark.
Punted away, Jackson State just watches it bounce out of bounds. We'll come back, 9:51 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, is your boy says, is your boy OZ says, OC still learning what his QB is comfortable with. It's only their 2nd game together. Yeah, let's take the gas off the brothers right now. We want to see everybody succeed, man. So let's give them a chance. But at the same time, we also are able to be a bit critical, and when we don't like a play, we can speak on it and what we think should be done better. Y'all are tuning in to DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. I am your co-head host, Rev, alongside my brother Swac Buzz. We are filling in for our gracious host DJ tonight. Y'all hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, show love to our brothers Super Chat and Cash App. Thank you all for tuning in live Saturday night on this Swac Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, which will be continued for the duration of the season. Swac Buzz.
What's up, brother? Can you?
Is the defense exceeding your expectations? I've been waiting to ask you this for 2 weeks. Are they exceeding your expectations, or are they right on par where you thought they was going to be?
They right on par with what I thought they was gonna be. I mean, all those transfers and those athletes that they got, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. You know, Shiloh, you got Deja.
Brother Swac, you breaking up. You cutting out, brother. You cutting up. Lawrence Q says, danger zone. TSU has to get a stop. Absolutely. Hello. They better get one. The Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Lord have mercy. Mustafa Ahmed said, couldn't find the game. Now the game is on YouTube.
King Jr. was
I'm not going
assassinated.
I ain't going to read that one, brother. I'm not going to read that one.
Tough to talk about just what
Yeah,
happened on that day. The night before, Dr. King had delivered a I've been to the mountaintop speech.
Shador Sanders with the ball at the 25-yard line.
Now the 30th.
Beautiful zip screen.
Celebration
He's going to lose.
As somehow Lanier stays on his feet. James.
Yeah, they willing and dealing now. They made some halftime adjustments for that cover three. They're going to have to come up out of that cover three.
I know we've got a ball game here and a player injured on the field, but you think about Dr. King, what he meant.
Yeah, they're going to have to come out of that cover three too.
Yeah. Soon. And that iconic photo we were talking about earlier this week on the second floor of the Lorraine Motel.
Yeah, they're hitting their stride. They're hitting their stride.
That were there.
All the tape I studied on Shadir Sanders, his slants and drag passes are already, honestly, as far as concepts and the velocity on the ball and the touch on the ball is NFL level already. Come on, he's the son of the greatest cornerback of all time. Yeah. He's going to be able to understand progressions ahead of most NFL guys. He's learned it all of his life.
Something unique and special. You have the opportunity to play at an HBCU, Howard University.
Swac, say something, brother. Let's see if we can hear you.
For these young men, their presence here, especially in this day and age, and this
we still can't hear you, brother. You talk.
Within our country, it means so much more, and we're starting to see the shift that was a hypothetical of what if
Shador Sanders with the ball at the 40-yard line,
HBCUs
of his own 40-yard line.
Guys like Shador Sanders.
I'm just gonna say the real, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. We don't wish nothing bad on the brother number 22, but this is my second week watching him, man, and he's not the answer.
Tyrone Wheatley up at Morgan State.
It's holes that are there. He's not able to hit the holes.
Not an easy job. You're going to see the reward benefit of
he doesn't have the acceleration to get through the hole. Also, he looks like Eddie Lacy without the game, to be honest with you. You like Eddie Lacy drunk the Monster drink from Space Jam.
At the Liberty Bowl.
I'm back, man. Can you hear me now?
We hear you, brother. Great blitz pickup. No, actually, that wasn't a great blitz pickup.
They wrap him up and bring him down.
Okay. I gotta say this, brother.
They call Maurice.
You can't be giving me nothing in the run game,
but take a look at
and also be struggling on blitz pickup.
Wall him.
This is ridiculous.
Pickett does not wall him off.
Come on, number 22.
That's an Olay block. Sitting duck. The protection was
an
there,
Olay block,
but Pickett missed his assignment. That turned into a huge play for the defense.
Pushed him back 9 yards, brings up 3rd and long. Have to get to midfield. to pick up the first down. You're saying crossing route. They like using Trevante Rucker in that crossing route. Sanders keeping his eyes up, and Sanders elects to keep it as he is forced out of bounds near the 41-yard line.
That was
Again,
a big
McDonald
stop by
was right
Tennessee
there.
State. Great delayed blitz
Call him a
call.
crash dummy.
Number 22 got to give him more, man.
South Alabama.
Yeah, the running game is kind of weak right
They
now.
wanted to get him in the mix a little bit more. Let him cause some confusion. Did a job in that last series.
So good defensive hold for Tennessee State. Tigers have to punt it away and just let them bounce. And Tennessee State trailing by 10. We'll see if they can get something going.
Yeah, DJ brought up a good point that Eddie George was hired late. Yeah, I think Eddie George is gonna bring a lot of dogs out there to Tennessee.
Oh yeah, they're in recruiting holy ground up there in Nashville. And Tennessee ain't looking like no world beater, so they got a chance. Y'all tell us what you're thinking about the game, man. It's 17-7 Jackson State over Tennessee State right now, third quarter. What do y'all think about the adjustments that Jackson State has made? And what do you think about the adjustments Coach Eddie George made on the last drive where he sent that delayed blitz on second down? That was a genius play. And he says, "Save got him off schedule." Yeah, see, that's why, these are the intricacies and the nuances of the game. I would have rather see them pass on first down instead of run on first down and not go play action on second down and get yourself into a situation where they send a delayed blitz and now you're behind in the down and distance. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us tonight.
Shout out to Greg Phillips.
Greg Phillips, shout out to Greg Phillips. Yeah, man. He said, "Hey, Swac Buzz, get ready. Here we come, y'all. JSU strong in the building tonight, man. Y'all deep in here, Swac.
Yep.
These boys really got Hugh
Are you
Jackson
going?
as the
Are
offensive
you
coordinator.
going
Go
to
ahead.
any game this? Are you going to any game this season, Real? Or do you risk to go to any
Absolutely.
game this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I plan on going to does JSU plays Alabama State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, JSU Alabama State. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm going to the Southern Jackson State game. It's gonna be in Baton Rouge, but I'm gonna make it a New Orleans trip. So yeah, I'm gonna go out there.
Yeah, man. Make sure you get some good
November
footage for us,
13th.
brother. Make sure you get some good footage
Oh
for
yeah, I
us.
definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will.
JSU with an early pass interference call. There's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Flags come out.
There should be pass interference on the defense.
Likely on CJ Holmes.
Automatic first down.
So it's cool because when you kind of go down that staff from Tennessee State, that's a lot of experience from guys who have both played and coached in the NFL.
If you don't have the shield, that's what we call it, the shield, the NFL shield, attached to your name, no need of applying for a job in Nashville. They're full, no vacancies right now. But and there's something to be said about having that pro staff. I mean, every position coach, knowing that a guy has been affiliated, knows what it takes to get to the NFL, I think that's going to pay huge dividends for Tennessee State down the road.
Bryant still under center, hands it off to Starling, and Starling brought down by Aubrey Miller. We had a chance to meet Aubrey Miller's father before the game on Black College Live. Proud papa for sure, because he made splash plays. We got a chance to call his name in the spring, and I'm telling you, he's a headhunter. He says that he's gonna come after you.
Oh yeah, I like what they say. He's a noisy football player. He makes noise in the huddle, and when he gets to the pile on tackles, he brings that thump. He's a noisy tackler as well.
2nd and 7. Two receivers to the top of your screen, one at the bottom. Bryant, flush out of the pocket, pressure by Jamani Crane, and then brought down by Cameron Silman. And Silman, a guy that coaches really love. They enjoyed his performance last week against FAMU, and a true freshman.
Yeah, when I call Aubrey Miller a noisy football player from the linebacker position, Silman is that in the defensive secondary. Makes a lot of noise, makes a lot of big plays, doesn't miss tackle. Gonna hurt you when he gets to the pile. You talk about a freshman with a bright future. Silman is a good one.
And it says Birmingham, Alabama, but he was actually a teammate and lived in Cedar Hill, Texas for a little bit as he played alongside Shador Sanders at Trinity Christian. Whoa, there he is right there. That's Aubrey Miller once again. And CJ Holmes, excuse me. And just the anticipation there by Holmes.
Yeah, break on the ball, anticipating. Look at the break that Holmes gets, number 3. He's anticipating. If you throw it on the inside when I'm there, I'm jumping it. Good job.
Jackson State with the kick block. They were covered on the 42-yard line.
Appreciate
Let's go.
We're here in Memphis.
You're not going to shout out Elvis, the guitar, or you want to do BB King with the guitar? Block punt there. Got a piece of it. It was one of the
Excellent
defenders
field
in running
positioning
effort and
for
playing
Jackson
dive
State University
to go get
and Coach
that one.
Prime.
Number 25.
Wherever I think you're ahead of the audio.
Yeah, I see it now. I'm
I'm
pull
not
it
sure
back.
if he's the one who deflected it. I'll tell you this.
I got
though.
excited. My bad,
Go
brother.
grab it and down.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play. Get on the ball. I mean, this is a block kick, so a white jersey would have picked it up and run. So I don't think it crossed the line of scrimmage.
And that was Abdul Malik McClain, a guy who's just kind of biding his time, but they feel like he's got some really good potential as well. Excuse me, that's Lopez. Keith Lopez. Once again, another one of those true freshmen who come in and up to make an impact. Well, Jack, what do you think about the uniforms for Jackson State? You know, last week we saw a little bit more flair with the helmets. This week going back to the more traditional look and adding the gray unions.
Yeah, the gray is getting me, but, you know, we talked to Coach Prime about it all before. He was like, I respect the tradition, but I like the new. He wants to start some newness. So Jackson State, one of those teams that have always been in all their sports, they're blue. I mean, they're blue. Big blue. I mean, blue.
Wait. I was going to say.
Not Tennessee State big blue.
Okay, I was about to say, don't watch this.
But they're navy blue, and sometimes you didn't even know if they had a neutral color besides white.
Going deep down the sideline as man, and Shador Sanders just overthrows Trevante Rucker.
So because I'm a traditionalist a little bit, I just miss seeing Jackson State and all that blue and with that block J on the side.
Well, see, they got the block J here today.
On the other side.
On the other side.
They added a number on there too. So it's flashy, and when it comes to style, you can't argue with Coach Prime.
Be quiet.
He was a trendsetter in the fashion department.
Indeed. He stays fly. Come on. Where?
And this is why fans hate Jay Walker.
MEM?
Making easy money, man.
2nd and 15 for Jackson State.
Man-to-man coverage, they got to be careful here.
Trying to bring some pressure, gets it out of the backfield. There's Pickett. Peyton Pickett picks up the first down yardage and more, making men miss.
Whoever asked for that wheel route, your prayers have been answered. That was a big play.
Not only do you have to cover, you have to make the tackle. And you're going to see him swing out the backfield. He's locked up right here, one-on-one.
My stream is acting up, so I'm just going to listen to the audio.
He's in a good position. Hard to tackle a running
back. Okay, brother.
That much open field. Good job of getting the extra yardage after the catch.
Red zone opportunity as Sanders really has nowhere to go. He was bunched up and he's brought down. That's Chris Walker, the true freshman from Sanford, Florida.
And that's one of those times when they've got you bottled up, you're inside the red zone, throw it away. Go through your read, 1, 2, get rid of the ball, live to fight another day. Fortunate that ball wasn't a strip sack.
I'll say this, 17 points given up by Tennessee State's defense, but they've held their own thus far today. They've got to find ways to do what they just did on that last play to get to Shedeur Sanders. Once again, making a move a little bit, coming up to tackle was Raymond. And Corey Raymond takes down Josh Lanier. Raymond, one of those two
Boy, they're looking like
guys
Willie
in the
Beeman,
secondary
man.
for Tennessee State that they've talked about, transformational transfers that have come over.
Yeah, I think it was interesting what they said. He and Eddie Graham, the starting cornerback, played at an NAIA school, and they were NAIA All-Americans. So what Coach George said he wanted was, rather than just go into the transfer portal, grab these guys that are leaving these programs, give me some proven winners at a lower level and see if they can play on this level. And they've been pleasant surprise for Tennessee State.
3rd and 7. Sanders with plenty of time and finds Josh Lanier, and Lanier comes up with it.
Stop playing with him.
Touchdown
Stop
earlier,
playing with him.
and that 8-yard pickup.
He killing tonight.
1st and goal.
I'm telling you now.
Time. I mean, for a quarterback that's using his mind to beat you, you have to get in his face in the route. This is a slow developing route, but a nice readjustment from Lanier to find the soft spot in the zone defense, pick up the first down.
And Sanders, you just see the calm in his eyes. Been around elite talent all his life, learned from some greats, hands it off to Peyton Pickett. Pickett barrels ahead for a few yards.
Underneath the center, Shedeur Sanders handing the ball off to Pickett. Jackson State trying to put some muscle in this game with going with their goal line offense.
Keeping it moving, and Sanders under center. Pickett, and he was picked up in the backfield quickly. There's Chris Walker again, another tackle for a loss.
And
Backed up 6.
And another freshman making an impact. Just a freshman from Sanford, Florida. He comes down. That's a blown assignment. Poor effort by the left tackle, Gray, of getting to him and reaching him, allowing Walker to disrupt the ball carry in the quarterback exchange.
Man, stop playing with him.
What do you do here?
Shedeur, tell me what you like. Tell Shedeur, go find one of your buddies. Maybe a back shoulder throw in the end zone up top. Man-to-man coverage.
Play action, feels the pressure, still able to cut it, and look
Stop playing with him, bro.
touchdown, Jackson State.
Who out there looking like that as a freshman?
Shane
Bullets, bro. Elevated bullets, bro.
He's the man. Shedeur Sanders is loving it as
I
well.
found Shane Hooks.
Did you see the toughness of Shedeur Sanders?
God almighty, man.
We saw him do this a week ago. He knows he's going to get hit, but there's a touchdown wait. If you
Stayed
stand
in the pocket. He stayed in the
deliver
pocket.
a strike, there's a touchdown waiting for you. Nice presence. Good job between Hooks and Sanders.
That's right, DJ. Rise above the hate, Shedeur.
And now, Jay,
What these jokers out there got
it's
down
starting
on
to
mine.
look
26
like
for 33,
Sanders
almost 300 yards,
is
man.
having
3
fun.
TDs.
Not that he wasn't before, but he just
Boy, he about to mess around and get that nickname from me, man.
he just matured beyond his years. His numbers tonight, he's closing in on 300 yards and already 3 passing TDs.
I mean, think about it. In his second career start, his first career
Come
start,
on, man.
all he did was go out and complete 75% of his passes against the number 2 ranked team. Tonight,
75% of
picking
his
up where he left
pass.
off. 3 touchdowns, and I keep saying it, has not come close to throwing an interception this season. So we're talking about his first 50 pass attempts. He doesn't have an interception. He knows this offense. He's comfortable. He's growing right before our eyes.
Jay, I'm going to say this. When we talked to Coach Prime in the spring,
Bro,
he
the boy
always
got
said
the
this
gold
is
chain out there looking like,
guys.
my name is Willie.
Obviously,
Willie Beeman. I keep the
we
ladies.
believe in your guys. And he's seen Shedeur Sanders since he came into this world and has believed in him from the time he came out of his mother's womb to now. But he's groomed him
Yes.
for this moment. And he is thus far as good as advertised. You see the potential in just his second collegiate start, as you said.
Oh yeah, you hear the naysayers out there. I'm gonna call them the player haters or the prime haters. Let's call them that. Oh, we saw Southern High School. It did look like I saw a lot from him and this and that. I'm telling everybody, I've seen him in practice before and said, oh, he's better than you give credit for. And now the fact is, he's just a freshman. When he's a junior, his arm strength is going to catch up. He'll have one of the strongest arms in college football to go along with decision making. He is a legitimate pro prospect.
How about Daron Johnson? And Johnson with plenty of room past the 40-yard line. And Johnson gives them great field position as the Tennessee State Tigers enjoy that 40-yard return from Daron Johnson.
Yeah, they needed that, and they really need to score some points. If you get a field goal, you're still within 2 scores, but this drive right now is becoming critical. You've got good field position. You got to get your quarterback, Bryant, to get him going. They made a change in the quarterback position. Let's see if it can pay off.
Do you think
Come on, man, get him.
Oh,
he fumbled.
3 or 4 tonight, 45 yards. We did see him take a couple of hits and get that unsportsmanlike penalty. But we did see a trio of quarterbacks last weekend as well against Grambling State with Tucker Pope, Bryant, and Hickenbottom. Staying alive, but nowhere to go, is wrapped up by James Houston. Houston, a guy who we mentioned entered the transfer portal back in January after the Cotton Bowl, played his 4 years at the University of Florida, graduated, so has his degree, and said he wanted to come over to Jackson State to start a new chapter.
He's been an impact player. One of those guys, didn't play in the spring, but Coach Prime kind of knew was coming to go along with Owens and Gaddy. These are some guys that have come in and made this defensive line very formidable. And then you add in Evans, the freshman. They bring it.
One second and 12. Bryant feeling Houston from behind and is able to get away. Ball on the ground. And it's Johnson who is able to recover it.
Good job by Houston. You see that pursuit, the defensive lineman able to catch up to the quarterback and punch the ball away. Fortunately, Daron Johnson was there.
He just didn't give up on the play. I mean, the pursuit was obvious there, but he was determined.
You know,
yeah, I see.
That's what happens with defensive ends. Give up
I'm ahead
outside
of the
the
stream
tackle.
now.
When your job is to not let the quarterback get outside you, and he gets outside you, you tend to really run hard to try and catch him.
1st and 10. Bryant looking, throws downfield, and the pass complete to Johnson. Well, Johnson has been busy tonight, the sophomore out of Springfield, Tennessee. He's the Swiss Army knife for this team.
And they needed him to step up tonight in a different role because they lost Cam White, who they thought was going to be their guy to go to. So he's not able to play for them tonight, so they had to kind of do it by committee, and they moved Johnson over to that White's role.
Starling sheds one tackler, still on his feet, and Starling showing glimpses. They need more of that from Davon Starling.
You start feeding. If he starts to feel like that, when running backs start running like that, I like to go back to him. Starting to show that balance, running a little bit harder than when the game first started with a chip on the shoulder.
That was good for 12 yards, and that'll bring up 1st down. We'll see it on the other side as we move to the 4th quarter. Eddie George's team trying to score.
Hey, y'all get the likes up, Make sure y'all run the likes up. This is SWAC Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth.
And
The score is currently 24-7.
there's more where this came from.
24-7 in favor of JSU. Shadir Sanders has 293 yards passing with 3 touchdowns and a QB rating of stop playing with me. Swag, how you loving what you're seeing, baby?
I like what I'm saying. I hope the defense stop this drive though. I don't want them to score, man. need to lead this stadium with 7 points. So yeah, I'm hoping that they stop him on this drive or at least hold him to a field goal.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That'll be wonderful to see. The defense has been playing well. The only lapses we've seen is when they have success on offense. Sometimes it seems like the defense, they go through some lapses. But I saw a great play by number 41 earlier in this drive where the running back got out of the back and number 41 didn't give up on the play and he caused a forced fumble. They weren't able to recover it, but when you start seeing that kind of effort, you can expect a program to go into a different direction and a lot of success. For him to run from the weak side and come all the way around and not give up on that play, that's a culture. A culture is being built with Jackson State University. Sheldon Gray said
exactly,
one more.
Man.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with what you said, man. I think signed to something beautiful happening in Jackson, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And thank you, brother. The Dazzling Urban Night. We'll be here with the people every Saturday night or whatever day the Jackson State plays. It will be a SWAC event. So make sure you subscribe to our brother. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, SWAC.
No, I know. I'm ahead of y'all in the stream, but y'all about to see something real nice in a minute.
How the hell you get ahead of us, SWAC?
I got another stream.
What kind of magic you got going? This man was 5 minutes behind. Now he's 10 minutes ahead. He came to conquer it.
3 quarters in the books as we move to the fourth. Jay, you talked about this Southern Heritage.
Yeah, I've been watching for a minute. I think I might be a little bit.
21 version, ever so special. You're looking at it right here. It's the fans, the alumni, the spectators, the bands, in addition to the game itself. I don't know what the attendance numbers are as of yet, but yeah, there's a whole lot of folks up in here. Pressure nowhere to go and just wrestle back, losing a huge chunk of yardage. That was Aubrey Miller, Antoine Owens, and a number of Tigers on the prowl.
Yeah, you have to know your job. Guys coming in, man, on the line of scrimmage, you don't recognize them. Once you don't recognize them, if you can't run, you get rid of the football. That's a drive killer. You're no longer in field goal range. You need points on this drive to get it within a 2.2 score game. And that's just the things they're not getting from the quarterback position tonight.
And that's going to be a question mark for Eddie George and his staff moving forward, is who is going to be the starting quarterback. They were going with Jeremy Hickbottom. Remember, Tucker Pope got the start last week, and they're delivering the pass, and it's complete to Zaire Thornton. Thornton, the true freshman out of Atlanta. He returns to the field after being out due to contact tracing last week.
Yeah, they love his route running ability and the ability to separate. Nice size, 6'2", 180-pound freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. Something that you can grow on. But what you're seeing right now is that we've seen Brian throw a pass in a rhythm since he first came in the game. Completed first 2 passes right away. Dennis Thurman confused the look, said, okay, no more soft zone. Go back to what we do. Man-to-man coverage, crowds in the box, make you become an accurate passer. And Brian has struggled.
And Brian has the man, but the coverage too good and the throw off. And it looked like step for step, Cam Silkman was right there with him.
Yeah, so Hickbottom got beat.
Ball player. He was more open than the intended target. And this is one, it's not thrown into rhythm. See, he's looking at the rush. They're going to throw it late. And look at that outcut. He was right there. That's blanket coverage, Silkman on the tight end, Josh Trueheart.
So the All-American kicker we mentioned.
I need a pick six, man.
Antonio Zeta in to attempt the field goal. Powerful leg, NFL strength and accuracy. At a 62-yarder back in the spring, the longest in OVC history. Here, puts it up and gets it in. So they'll take the points because Jackson State is still up by 2 touchdowns.
and 2022 Nissan Pathfinder.
24-10. It was critical that Tennessee State got some points on the board right there, and they were able to get some points on the board. So now it's 24-10, and the ball swings back to Jackson State's way. We're going to see how poised the young quarterback is right now. Can he stay disciplined? He hasn't made any major mistakes tonight that hurt his team. We're also going to get to see if the play calling that you guys have been complaining about, is it going to come back to hunt them late in the game? Now we're in situational football. Swac, do you want to see him take the ball to the ground and start running the ball, or you want to keep the pedal to the metal?
No, just keep the ball in Shadur's hands. Let him keep rolling. Man, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's
The brother said it.
Himself, just let him do his thing.
Hey, the brother said it. Hey, he sounded smoother than a Jackson. That's our brother, Swac Buzz. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Y'all run the Swac Buzz right now. Subscribe to our brother Swac Buzz's channel. He has all the SWAC information you need. He has updates all the time. So make sure you pull up on our brother and subscribe to his channel. Hit the bell notification icon so you can become a quarter Swac Buzz. Shout out to our gracious host, DJ, at DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. He will be doing SWAC Saturdays. He will be doing SWAC Saturdays for the duration of the season. So if if you're like me and you're on the road a lot, or, you just enjoy the company of your brothers and sisters in the chat, then, hey, go ahead, pull up on DJ, man. Something real smooth with the tribe and the people, and we get to watch SWAC football together, Jackson State football together. Shout out to Coach Prime and Coach Eddie George. That boy SWAC, man. SWAC got me. Man, come on with the commercials. Let go.
My bad, man. My bad. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, SWAC. Go ahead. Good news is good news.
I don't want to spoil nothing. Y'all will see it in a minute.
This is how it all went down at halftime. The Aristocratic Bands from Tennessee State and Jackson State. How about it? The Sonic Boom of the South, both with excellent performances. Told you before the broadcast, but if you're just tuning in, you can watch the full portion on the ESPN app. And I had to get it right, Jay. I had to get it right. The Memphis folks, the Twitter folks, they come after you with vengeance. Duke Deuce.
Come on, man.
That's who was performing at halftime. You saw it 24-10 as Jackson State sees Isaiah Bolden take it out in the end zone, and Bolden still going. Isaiah Bolden transferred from Florida State, and we'll head back to the Sunshine State Thursday, and we'll get a chance to see one of college football's best players within the FCS ranks, Aqeel Glass from Alabama A&M.
HBCU Player of the Year in the spring season 2020. And he can do it. NFL prospect. He's got the size. He's got the number. Well-oiled machine on offense is Alabama A&M. You would want to turn in and see Aqeel Glass.
Notable performance last week in their opener against South Carolina State. Second season in a row and second time in about 6 months they took down the Bulldogs from the MEAC. Better than 400 yards. I'll tell you this, the SWAC has a number of great quarterbacks that you want to look out for. We're seeing one here tonight in Shedeur Sanders.
Add his name to the list.
Yes,
That's a new addition.
that's right. That's the new addition. Aqeel Glass.
Yes.
Skylar Perry also. You have to show him some love from UAPB. We saw him in the SWAC championship. You speak of lefties. How about
Trigger Man?
Trigger Man Felix Harper from Alcorn State as well.
Yeah, they got to get that going down there at Alcorn. And then that's one of the keys. If you have quarterback play, you got a chance to go far. And I think you got Ladarius Skelton at Southern University. That's why they've had success.
Made a man miss. Pickett picks up the first down and more. Well, Peyton Pickett, go ahead.
Here's the key. You play man-to-man. They have the scheme here, right? So I told you got to watch a crossing route, right? They're going to cross somebody. So they do a good job of walling off the crossing route. Now you have to make the tackle in open space. And then you've got second and long, maybe a loss. So they took away the crossing route, which is good because they've been getting killed on that. Not killed, killed on that.
Okay.
But then they didn't make the open field tackle.
Man.
At the 40-yard line of Tennessee State, Shador Sanders has Pickett behind him. The handoff to number 22. And he's bum rushing ahead and moving forward, and now finally brought down. Well, Peyton Pickett is just one of those guys that they want to find ways for him to get to the second level. They want to create opening space and an area that we've heard the coaches talk about needing improvement, the offensive line. How would you grade them right now?
In the running game, about a C-. I mean, they've got some good backs in Pickett and Santee Marshall. Pass protection, they do a good job, and I think Sanders hides a lot of their deficiencies in the passing game by getting rid of the ball so quickly. But it just seems like playing as a unit, they're not there. They're taking turns, missing assignments.
Sanders has a man on the outside. That's Shane Hooks. Remember, he threw a touchdown to him a couple of drives ago. Nick Harper was on the coverage, and the Tigers of Jackson State back at the red zone.
I mean, they spread a lot of pressure on the defensive secondary. Shane Hooks is emerging now. 6'4", 205-pound wide receiver. One-on-one, back shoulder throw all the way. He's able to readjust and come inside and make the play. You put Hooks on one side of the field. You put Rucker on the other side of the field. Lanier and Newman in the slots. And it's like, what medicine you got? What do you have for that?
Pickett, who is met quickly in the backfield. That's Corey Raymond.
That's reading your keys right there. Raymond, who we talked about earlier, came up from his safety position, recognized, counter draw action, made the tackle in the backfield.
Loss of 3 after that great play from Raymond.
Okay.
6'2", 195-pound safety out of Winter Garden, Florida. Sanders trying to go to the outside and through the hands of Trevante Rucker.
Showing you the arm strength right there on that throw there. I mean, those are throws you just don't see people make with conventional college quarterbacks anymore. You have the ball in the left hand.
Come on, man.
He tried to throw the
Come on, man.
across the field, got the ball there with good velocity. But unfortunately, Rucker not able to hold on to it. One thing we did see, whenever Rucker dropped the pass last week, Sanders came back to him, and Rucker would make the big play. Let's see if that plays out.
A lot of confidence, goes underneath and finds Hooks. And Hooks close to the first down, but he'll come up short after that gain of 8. That brings up 4th down.
Take a field goal. I mean, okay, let's see, because, you know, spring football, first-time coaching, Deion Sanders was going for. Now he's realizing these are games, I want to win this. I have a chance to increase my lead from 2 scores to 3. However, the one thing he hasn't been able to get quite right is a kicking game at Jackson State.
Glenn Misick on for the 22-yard field goal. Poochier is booted on through. And it's no good. So, you know, as soon as I said that was pretty easy, pretty close, go ahead and eat my words. Still a 2-touchdown lead for Jackson State.
The kicking is going to be a problem this year.
Yeah. Y'all got them goddamn Alabama kickers, man.
They're crispy,
God Almighty,
juicy, and packed with our signature.
How are you missing that? Like that's supposed to be automatic.
And see, I don't want Coach Prime to be influenced by the naysayers or the critics. If you know your kicking game is not there, just go ahead and go for it right there, man.
Yeah, I would have went for it right there.
What'd you say, Swac?
I said I would have went for it right there.
Oh yeah, because the kicking game ain't showing you nothing. They have given you no reason to trust in them. What do y'all think about the game? What do y'all think about the game? Yes, Shador's over 300 yards, but the defense needs to hold right here. It needs to make sure Tennessee State doesn't get more points on the board, especially a touchdown.
I need a pick 6, man.
Jamar Harris says we should have added 7 more points to the board. Absolutely. With Dexter, Det Maddox. I don't know why Prime didn't go for a wasted drive. Well, you just heard what the guy just said on the stream. A lot of people were very critical of him in spring ball for going for it. So I'm sure he's trying to coach more traditionally. But that was definitely a situation where they should have went for it, especially kicking off that left hash. Shedeur Sanders, 29 for 38, 348 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But the most important stat of the night is they got to get the W.
Yeah.
So let's see.
As long as they get the W. It ain't got to be pretty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Willing and Dillon on first down. Tennessee State comes out firing. DJ, if you could, turn the audio back up for us, brother. 1st and 10, Tennessee State.
That twist kind of reminds me of a curl.
Thank you, DJ.
Gold chain.
Must be the money. Oh. And Johnson with the completion and the first down. So if Shedeur looks like his dad, a la his time at FSU, then what does Shiloh look like? Who does Shiloh look like? He's wearing number 21, which is what we knew Deion Sanders to wear in the NFL. Does he get the more involved version?
If I'm Shiloh, I want to look more like my mama. So,
oh, that's you're clowning over here.
I'm not clowning. I'm just kind of talking.
Ball is on the 36-yard line. Tennessee 36.
Here's Jalen Rouse, and Rouse moves ahead. It's about 4.
And that was a huge miss on that field goal attempt from Jackson State because Tennessee State now has life. Less than 9 minutes to go.
All right, defense.
Down by 17 would have been tough. Now you're thinking, hey, we get one score, 3 and out and a stop. We get the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead in this ball game. It all starts with right now. What are you going to do offensively to get the ball down the field in the end zone, which has been a challenge?
We'll see what Hugh Jackson, the offensive coordinator, comes up with here on 2nd and 6. Second quarterback we've seen, and airing it out and going down the sideline. May have had a step was Zaire Thornton, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd down.
And he'll learn to come up and jump for this football at its highest point. When
I want you to throw for 400 tonight.
Jump, and then you at the very least get the pass.
That'd be a good look.
Flag compared to just running like that, not coming back to the ball.
Again, still learning their personnel, what they have, who they have, and how they play.
They've had to go
well, that defensive line got some gators, man.
To block.
Oh, yeah.
Got some gators on that defensive line.
Bryant feeling the pressure, wrapped up. Couple of gray jerseys. That was
Brina Bowers Grant said JSU needs a new kicker. Absolutely.
I'll tell you, Evans has been
absolutely,
as has Houston.
I recruit guy. You'll see this interior defensive lineman there. He's not going to give up.
Got an injury timeout coming up.
His guy. Then when he gets a chance to get the quarterback.
Yeah, the defense is like that. I ain't gonna hold you, Swac. The defense is like that.
Well, Houston has made it tough on Tennessee State tonight.
Yes, he has. I see a lot of Tigers down there. I see a lot of Tigers. I see a lot of Tigers down there. This is Swac Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Swac Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. I'm with my brother Swac Buzz. Y'all run over right now during the commercial break. And if you have not subscribed to Swac Buzz, go subscribe to our brother's channel. He has all the SWAC updates. He has the Jackson State updates as well, being a Jackson State alumni. Y'all let your colors fly right now. If you're here for Jackson State, let your colors fly real quick. Y'all hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. How you feeling, Swac? How you feeling, Swac? Talk to us, man.
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. I think we're going to get this one. I think this next drive, If Shadur scores on this next drive, I think the game in the bag. We won't have nothing to worry about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put the women and children to bed. They go looking for dinner on this next drive. Get on the bus. Get ready for Louisiana Monroe, man. DJ's Raw Uncut Truth for our host.
Oh,
Some must have went down.
Oh,
some must have went down.
It's over with. Good night,
Oh my
Irene.
God, some must have went down. Some must have went down. Let's go. JSU, let's go. Let's go. DJ, go ahead and turn that volume up for us.
And when you get paid on the spot, it feels like scoring big. You know the feeling. You just never imagined you could get it from selling your car. Well, with Carvana, you can. Experience the new way to sell a car.
This game hadn't been played since 2019, and fans were eager to get back to the Southern Heritage Classic to watch this rivalry between Tennessee State and Jackson State. Both programs driving in about 3 hours into Memphis. We talked about, Eddie George, Deion Sanders. We talked a lot about them. The changes that they're making at programs and the resurgence, as we've discussed before, about players going back to HBCUs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That'll do it. That'll do it right there.
It's Newman on the return. And Newman with space. Newman's got speed. Newman across the 50, across the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! 81 yards for Warren Newman. Oh my, that
The nail
could have been the nail right there.
We talked about him. We love what he brings to the table. The Swiss Army knife as a wide receiver, return specialist, can get in the backfield. And I think what you really saw here, watch how many times he changed directions. One cut. Right there, he's turning on speed. 2 cuts, 3 cuts, 4 cuts, 5 cuts to the outside. His ability to change direction so quickly on a dime. That's what they call cutting on a dime. Makes him a dangerous return man. You hear that? JSU's thinking they got it.
And they're up by 3 scores. He's getting love on the sideline, Mr. Warren Newman, getting interviewed after that longest punt return in Classic history. I mean,
Power rankings.
just
Jackson State
it was like,
ranked number 2.
how many cuts did you make? Juke buttons, did you play that?
Yeah, this game is over with.
Yeah, it's over with.
Power moves by Warren Newman as we lead you into Jay's power rankings this week in HBCU football.
All right, here you go. How about North Carolina?
Man, I wanted to do the drop 400 on him though.
In the MEAC SWAC.
Yeah, that would have been smooth.
Arkansas Pine Bluff, I got you. Nobody's giving you the respect you deserve. They got to show you can be beat. But if you got some offense, they lost, so I'm not going to drop them because they lost by 1 point to the number 1 team in the country, Alabama A&M. And folks are starting to see Jackson State make an impact. Alcorn State and Florida A&M on the bubble. Now, for Tips 2 cents on this one, what team do you think is missing off this one? That was close, and I almost put on the bubble.
Let me go with Southern.
Good job.
Let me go with Southern.
There you go.
Jason Rollins, part of the new regime there in Baton Rouge, but they got a lot of, talent coming back.
A lot of people predicted them to win the West between them and Alcorn State. That's why I think UAPB was being disrespected because they won the West last year. But it'll be an interesting year of football. But I think new coach coming there, they got to show me something first.
But the newness of coaches, we're seeing them here and picking up on the topic of just, what this means to have, Deion Sanders as the head coach of Jackson State, Eddie George at Tennessee State. Coach Prime told me, look, I don't compete anymore. So this is my competition. This is the new way that I challenge myself now on the sidelines.
And how about this? I like what they do. They're bringing the eyes and attention on it. there were some other pro candidates that applied for that Tennessee State job. I keep my ear to the ground, and there's a trend that could be going. And a lot of people are going to watch to see how these two legends in their sport do. And, I think there have been guys that have done it before. Doug Williams did it. Steve Wilson did it. You've got Anthony Jones did it. So you've got former players that have done it. But I would say outside of Doug Williams, he's been the most popular player to ever take over a program. But these two are really taking it to another level.
Well, in the state of Tennessee, just nearby, the only HBCU here in Memphis, Lemoyne Owen just hired Bonzi Well, who was the 11th overall NBA draft pick in '98 by the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, former Memphis Grizzly. Now he's over the Magicians out of the SIAC. Pass complete to William Seats, the true freshman, as Jeremy Hickbottom back in at quarterback for TSU.
And they tried to bring in Bryant to see if he could give him a spark versus all the man-to-man coverage. Maybe he thought he could do more with his legs, but now they're going to the traditional drop back with Hickbottom. Time for them to kind of implement a little hurry-up offense. I'd like to see a little bit more sense of urgency right now. You're down by 3 scores. You got to get to the end zone quickly.
Hickbottom with pressure. Hickbottom spins out of it, stays upright. Keontae Hampton tackles him at the ankles, a gain of 5.
Good balance by Hickbottom. Almost got taken down by his offensive lineman, Jovens Javier, who's coming in to replace Brandon Jones.
Them boys still out there hunting, man. They still out there hunting. Jackson State got dogs, man.
Playing right tackle
Oh, yeah.
for you. See if he does how he does against James Houston, who's had himself a monster game. Houston in man on the line of scrimmage, number 41.
Free blitz all the way, coming up the gaps, and that's Aubrey Miller was there, and so was Niles Gaddy. And throwing up the hooks is Mr. Miller.
Well, let's see about the blocking scheme here. Nope. 71, you're the center there.
Shout out to the
You gotta
Qs.
make that call. You can't let a linebacker come untouched up the middle. You block nobody. Communication breakdown.
We've seen a lot of dudes in the SWAC. The defense will improve. Aubrey Miller is just one that you keep your eye on. And really, Dennis Thurman has a spoiler of riches over there on defense. 3rd and 15, and Tennessee State has to convert instead. The drop by the tight end, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They just can't get it going. I mean, that was a perfect play call. Aggressive D-line. Had they been able to hold on to the football, had a chance of running for that 1st down on the screen. But right now, give credit where credit is due. But just through 7.5 quarters, this Jackson State defense has given up 1 touchdown.
Mosley on the punt, ran out of bounds. Under 5 minutes to go. Jackson State with the big lead.
What you seeing, Rev?
Man, I'm seeing a massacre, man. I'm seeing a massacre on that defensive line. I'm telling you, that defensive line, I don't give a damn who you put in front of them boys. Them boys got a lot of, I see at least 2 NFL prospects for sure, 3. And depending on how the rest of these guys develop, they're definitely going to play above their star rating this year with this scheme that they're running. What are you seeing as far as that defensive line in particular, Brother Swack, going forward in the season?
Man, I'm really loving Crane. I'm really loving, I think it's number 99. He's a dog, man. 41, I didn't know how he was going to do because he's changing positions. But, man, he's really getting out there being an end. So, He's dope. Number 12 can get in the backfield. I mean, they got playmakers all over the field. The corners, they got Dejon Warren, they got Shiloh Sanders. I mean, man, that's a talented defense. Like that defense is like that, man.
Man, y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, man. This is a Swag Saturday night with DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. I'm your co-head host, Brother Rev, tuning in with you, streaming with you, chatting with you, talking to you. And I got my brother Swag Buzz right here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our brother Swag Buzz's channel. Yo, get the likes up. We've been working hard. It's been about 3 hours. You know, football ain't no short stream, baby. Shedeur Sanders, man, they showing the highlights. He out here willing and dealing, man. DJ, I think they're going back to the game. If you could, turn us back up, and bring us on home, baby.
Fantastic decision making. And everywhere he goes with the football, no forced throws. Has the ability to hit receivers in stride, shows toughness to stand in the pocket and still throw the ball accurately. Shedeur Sanders is putting it on display for America to see. When can we start calling him Baby Prime? Is he little prime time, baby prime?
No, you should do it Sanders. Let him come up with his own. Let America.
Man, I'm seeing first round pick type
he's
talent.
on the game, yo, on the game. That pass complete to Malachi Wideman. Wideman, the 6'5" freshman, transferred over from Tennessee. A big target for Sanders. And moving quickly here, Jay. Up by 3 scores.
Trying to get this offense going. Still a young group that hasn't been together that long. A lot of pieces. They're trying to see where they fit.
And Pickett, good for a first down run, brought down by Raymond. You know, I've been trying to, slide a few Omar Little references in from The Wire. Thinking of one of the great actors who we saw one of the best television shows in the history of The Wire, Michael K. Williams. We lost him.
Come on, man. Come on now.
And Sanders with that one-on-one coverage, making the adjustment was Rucker and just missed that.
This is so frustrating because they're trying to blitz him and he sees the blitz. So once you want to blitz me, okay, I'm going to put some air underneath the ball and let one of my athletes make a play. And Rucker just missed. He knows he probably, if he didn't lose his footing, would have come back and made that catch. But as a defensive coordinator, I'm telling you, when they try to blitz you and your quarterback recognizes it and almost hits you with a big play, you take note of that.
Pickett, they keep it on the ground with Pickett. Pickett still going. And inside the 10-yard line as Jackson State trying to put that nail in the coffin for sure, even though I think at this point, damage has been done.
Yes, the update is 31-10. Jackson State is again driving. The flag on the play. They're in the red zone right now.
37-10.
Goddamn. Swag.
Now you're seeing them again. Think of that Coach Prime effect is starting to make some waves in the college football landscape.
You see that penalty flag there, Jay? The intelligence, the IQ of Shedeur Sanders at quarterback to hurry up, lights up, and here.
Look, he sees guys trying to get off the field. He knows they're not going to make it. Hurry up, let's snap the ball. That is having a tremendous football IQ. I don't know what you're taking me as or understand the intelligence that Shedeur has.
Shedeur has. Okay, wait a minute. Are you trying to drop bars from the lyricist and poet Sean Carter?
Also known as Jay-Z.
Jigga Man. New quarterback in, and they hand it off.
Yes, sir. That running game has opened up, people. The running game has finally made its appearance.
Barrels in for the 6-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a team this year you're going to have to pass to open up the run. That happens sometimes.
I was saying, Peyton, thinking of, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, Walter Payton, one of four.
A lot of teams going to have to play a lot of nickel versus Jackson State to keep up with this passing
That's
game.
his power running right there. He knew where the goal line was and lowered his shoulder pads to get in.
It's
And I
2:55
want Shadoo to go for 400
jerseys trying to keep
in the
him
fourth
out
quarter.
of the end zone.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Just enough.
Now I was saying I wanted Shadoo to go for 400 tonight.
The extra point is good. Jay, I'm gonna follow your lead with Jay-Z because I read some cool stuff earlier this week that he and Mrs. Carter pledged.
That would be Beyonce.
That is also correct. Thank you. Okay, do we want to go with government names? Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles, Carter. Okay, all right. We're gonna stop there. The Carters pledged $2 million in scholarship funding to HBCUs. And I think what I appreciated most, yes, we know some of the universities and colleges that get plenty of attention and love. But how about Lincoln University, Norfolk State, Bennett College, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Central State University?
Yeah,
spread the love.
Surprised you didn't mention Texas Southern on that list there. I know that they've got ties in that Houston community there where Beyonce grew up. And I know the radio station there's had some ties, and Solange's sister as well. So $2 million goes a long way for HBCUs.
Well, I mean, they were intentional about supporting and funding, the arts and creative fields at historically Black colleges and universities. So shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce, Vincent Perry on the return. And that's the type of momentum that you carry when you have crowds like this. Fan bases that buy in, great programs and wonderful jobs of doing their duty of educating. 46,000 plus in the Liberty Bowl. That ain't bad.
Oh, no.
That's quite impressive, in fact. The 30,000 we saw last week at the Orange Blossom Classic.
Yes. This game here, that's why it's going to become the go-to event. And Tennessee State's going to be back. Coach Eddie George and his staff, you can tell they're going to demand more from their football players. And then they're going to use this game to be the one that you circle. Every year as a coach, you circle, like, what's a measuring stick game? How far has my program come? I think for Coach George, it'll be this one. Because you're going to see him again next year. Same stadium.
The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Jay, what I appreciated in talking with Coach George about this week was like, hey, what was that first experience like as a head coach? Well, how did you feel? And he was straight up. He was like, look, I had butterflies. It was a great experience, but I was seeing it from a different perspective because I was always coming from the field side as a player. But now to make those decisions, understanding, managing those situations, a little different.
I thought it was unique when he said, you have to know where to stand. I'm used to going on the sideline, grabbing some Gatorade, going on the bench. Now I have to stay close to my defensive coordinator, pay attention to the game. Got to stay close to the offensive coordinator. So got to pay attention more, pay attention to the details. And I like how he was humble about it. I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to put in the work to do it. And I've surrounded myself with a coaching staff that's going to help us achieve.
Learning that coaching etiquette and being able to rely upon not only a great coaching staff, as we mentioned, with decades of experience in the NFL, but also calling his former head coach and Jeff Fisher saying, hey, look, what am I doing? Help me, figure some things out. And so as much as we talk about, the great players, it's the coaches that help groom and shape these young men. And we heard Ed Tutal Jones talk about Big John Merritt, former Jackson State and Tennessee State head coach, 8 Black College national championships.
DJ Ron cut too. The brother said it. Believe my brothers, believe my brothers and sisters. It's happening. Jackson State University is an experience this year. Must see TV.
Rivalry between Jake Gaither
and the
John
swac.
Merritt and then the Eddie Robinsons of the world. And think about it. John Merritt stopped coaching a long time ago, and he's still third in all-time HBCU wins. We all know Eddie Robinson's got that record that will probably never be broken in 400-plus wins. But John Merritt won 235-plus games there.
There you see the winningest coaches.
The surprise on there. I don't think a lot of people know that Billy Joe was number 2.
Yeah, he was at Central State and then at FAMU as well, and saw a lot of success in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, brother. Prime Day, he took his foot off the gas.
Jackson State hasn't whooped Tennessee State like this in a very long time.
All those players
oh wow!
Football League.
This is something special that's happening right now.
And really made an impact on so many men in America.
You can extend that point, Jay, when you think about, this being the only place that African Americans could go in terms of HBCUs. So all of that talent was funneled to these programs. And then as you consider the history, Tennessee State, talk about Big John Mayer. He coached a number of those guys that went on to the league. 121. They own the most NFL players to go to the NFL from HBCUs. Grambling State, of course, right there with them. But check out Jackson State, Southern, and who?
Florida A&M, the Rattlers. But you know what I'm judging it by? What kind of surprises us? Bang for the buck. That Jackson squad, Jackson State, 4 Hall of Famers with 93 of their pros, 4 Hall of Famers. Southern starting to creep up there now. I think they're up to what? With Harold Carmichael going in, they may have 3 now. So they're starting to get there. Aeneas Williams, Harold Carmichael.
I'm really interested to see what Jackson State does next week. They win that game, sky's the limit.
But I like what Coach Prime said about Jackson State. Who wants to be number 5? He's saying, I'm coaching number 5.
Let's read some of the people's comments. They teeing off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
But it's good to know if you've got a Hall of Famer as a coach, he can tell you the right
Nick Riley says, JSU or nothing. I hear that.
So I've got to,
and he says,
get your take on
Bolden
this, Jay,
has
because
we've
talked a lot about Jackson State, the potential, what they have, what they can bring. Like, what's to come for them? How does this season play out for them in your mind?
Man, they've improved so much. I mean, you've got
on to the next one. On to the next one, baby. Louisiana Monroe.
So don't have to say I believe. Everybody in Jackson State seems to believe, but I'm starting to believe what I'm seeing in terms of that culture change that's there. I mean, the new pieces that he's adding are good. This defense is good. I mean, now how is this defense going to hold up against the rest of the SWAC? We'll find out, because the SWAC, they're going to put some points on you in that conference.
And Royal Perspective said, what was this last week?
You got a quarterback. Give me a quarterback.
I mean, it was right here.
You got a chance of beating
the potential was always there, but the conditions weren't there for what we're seeing right now. We're seeing in great conditions what this team could be.
To see if the catch was made. It looks like the foot was out of bounds. And it's interesting, Jay, with this game has been clean in terms of reviews until
after review. This ruling on the field of an incomplete pass has been confirmed.
This final 58 seconds, huh? But I like it. You've got the realignment, right?
The boys out there hunting to the whistle, man.
Thursday is in the East,
along with Florida
A&M. Both moving over.
Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up.
Alabama A&M, Jackson State, Alabama State.
Let's get the likes up before we tune out of this thing, man.
Offensively with a sack. They just couldn't adjust. I mean, the luxury they have of being able to play so much man coverage. It seems like these young college quarterbacks are more.
It's a nice attendance. It's 46,000.
Finding their best one-on-one matches and attacking these defenses.
46,171.
Hey, come on, people. Let's get the likes to 200 before we get out of here tonight, man. It's been a hard-working stream, been a long stream. Let's get the likes up.
James Houston has turned out to be a great addition.
Thank you for everybody that listened in and subscribed to the channel. Thank you for being a part of DJ's Raw Uncut Truth.
New quarterback.
Shout out to the honorable Flag Buzz.
Thompson and Raymond.
Shout out to the new media gang.
it's getting chippy out there.
Y'all
Thank
go
you for having
subscribe
me.
to our
It's
brother
kind of
Swac
done.
Buzz. I'm sorry,
Now
Swac.
they're
I
getting
heard
some
you.
pushing.
You're welcome. Anytime, brother.
Give credit to the
Anytime new
officials.
media can use you,
There
man.
easily could have been
Anytime.
yellow
We need you.
flags tossed. And they could have affected next week's game. Thought I saw a couple shoves, but officials came in there and said, we're going to break this up first. And then we'll let the clock kind of run out.
It'll be first and 10, Tennessee State at the 35.
Well, Drew Myers and his crew
Number 79 did a great job maintaining
have done
control.
a nice job, Jay. And here's the fumble once again from Grayson Thompson. And
Let's get the likes up to 200. Let's get the likes up to 200.
And you see that? You see all the shoving and stuff, and the officials see this and could have gotten Drew ugly, but they're trying to say, all right, boys, you guys are emotional. Let's kind of get out of here. And that's something that I always say Coach Prime's going to learn something too. You're up by this much, take a knee. Take a knee, let the clock wind down.
Well, Tennessee State will host Kentucky State in Nashville next weekend. Meanwhile, Jackson State on the road against Louisiana Monroe. So opening the season with 3 straight road games before going home September 25th to Veterans Memorial Stadium to host Delta State.
Still running plays.
Starting off the season the right way, 2-0. They just keep it going. Impressive victory. Call it upset victory at fam.
Game clock operator. Please reset the game clock to 41 seconds. 41 seconds.
Then, so they got the victory to prove they get over the hump against Florida A&M, and now coming in here and they basically put on a great performance, beating Tennessee State when they arrived at the games by 28.
It gives a different feel or sense, and because what we saw from Jackson State in the spring, Deion's debut, come out with 3 straight wins, and then they ran into a test at Alabama State, Alabama A&M, and then they faltered at the end of the season. This year, though, coming out, beating one of the top teams in HBCU football, and then taking down your rival in the Southern Heritage Classic, it feels different.
Yes, and you know what I say? You always give me a hard time, but I mean it. They look great. They look great. But you know who could care less? What team do you think could care less?
I can tell you a few teams that think they could care less. Alcorn could care less.
Alcorn said, we will see you last game of the year, like we always do, and we'll go at it. And that's kind of the beauty of it. The HBCU football. When you play everybody but your rival, okay.
Yo, Swac.
We're going to see you. The game's going to be played. Get all the accolades you can.
Swac.
And here's the remaining schedule for Jackson
Bro,
State.
I might be at the Alabama A&M game and the Alabama State game.
I'm going down here early. I'm telling you, I'm sticking to it, man. November 20th, Alcorn saying, come down to the reservation. Or no, they're at Jackson this year. At Jackson this year. So it's going to be an interesting year right there.
Yeah, the game is over for all intents and purposes, Nico. It's all over but the shouting, baby. It's all over but the shouting.
That's going to be a tough one, that game there.
But when we talked with Coach Prime, he shared with us, look, we're a year ahead.
Damn, he caught that jump.
Georgia, Tennessee State up.
Yeah.
Right? Because we have the opportunity to play in the spring and see some of our guys and start installing some of our system. Tennessee State didn't have that luxury with Eddie George because he was hired April 11th.
Yeah, in April. They couldn't start coaching him until May. So he's only been around this team for for those 2 months. So I think Coach Prime could be that good mentor, to Coach George. Hey, take your lumps right now, get your players there. You'll start to get them, get your team, and then you'll start to see a big change. And if I'm Eddie George, I'm trying to follow Coach Prime's footprint, actually his friend Deion Sanders' footprint.
.14 seconds remaining. got him back to pass it down the field and has a man and the touchdown. Well, how about it? Rodell Rahman with the 47-yard touchdown and the best play we've seen from scrimmage tonight for Tennessee State.
Yeah, they brought the backups in for Jackson State, and you got backups going against the still starting wide receivers, and that's a tight end. Rahman that makes it, just runs through it. Accurately thrown ball. It's behind the defensive back. Got to find a couple positives.
Yeah, you got to find those positives.
Let's get the likes up to 200. Let's get the likes up to 200, baby. Let's get the likes up to 200. Shout out to DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Let's go SWAC Saturday night on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth.
Conversion and a timeout is taken. So, Jay, we told you we will be in Daytona Beach Thursday. We'll go down and visit Terry Sims and the Wildcats. That's going to be a great one right here on ESPNU as Alabama A&M, the SWAC champions, head to Florida. Then later this month, Alcorn State and Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. Remember, they were in that SWAC championship game. We'll see them not once, but twice. The Golden Lions will then travel to Prairie View A&M. And then October 3rd, Oregon State and Howard.
We're going to the yard.
That's a Friday night.
Friday night game. One, Howard never plays night football games, right? So they're going to put it under the lights on a Friday. Get your mumbo sauce and get your mumbo sauce ready. I'll give you the mumbo sauce too.
I know a little something.
Yeah, man. Eddie George was lame for that, man. Trying to score at the end of the game. Come on, man.
Dominant performance tonight from Shedeur Sanders and his Jackson State Tigers hung 38 points on their rivals out of Tennessee State. 362 yards, third most all time in the Southern Heritage Classic. But you have to appreciate, Jay, that 30 for 40 in terms of completions and attempts. And what? That goose egg where?
Interceptions. No pitch right here. And I'm just going to tell you, they say that boy good. he is good. He's good now. It's not always going to be easy like this. And the SWAC is waiting for him. The rest of the SWAC is waiting for him. But the way he's handled the pressure, having that bullseye on his back from the moment he decommitted from Florida International, pardon me, and he said he was going to go play for his father and with his brother, all eyes have been on him, and he's done nothing to disappoint.
Well, he has plenty to smile about tonight. Shedeur Sanders, the future of this Jackson State program, appears to be in great hands.
What's going on, SWAC?
Rev, I'm gonna leave the stream and come right back in real quick, so we can finish out.
All right.
Strong third quarter we saw.
Yeah,
that helped push them through this second half.
Sir.
Tennessee State.
Jackson State University with a victory over the Tennessee State.
That was a pull away. They're going to be very upset about that touchdown.
38-16. 38-16. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. On to the next one. Next week they got Louisiana Monroe. Oh, we got two SWAC buzzers on the
very interesting to watch.
All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, man.
Right now,
so what do you think? What are your closing statements on the game? And DJ, if you could turn the audio down in the back a little bit.
Coach Eddie George.
What are your closing statements on the game? And what are you looking forward to going into the next week, brother? Can you hear me, SWAC? SWAC. I don't think the brother's able to hear us. All right, this has been DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Jackson State with a victory over the Tennessee State Tigers, 38-16. Jackson State moves to 2-0 on the season. Tennessee State moves to 0-2 on the season. And Coach Eddie George's young career. They're moving on to the next game. The Jackson State Tigers will be moving on to the next game. And the next game will be against Louisiana Monroe, an FBS school. So we're looking forward to that. You can pull up to DJ's next weekend for another SWAC edition of DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Y'all run up right now. Run up the likes. Let's get them up as far as we can. Shout out to our honorable hosts and our humble host, DJ. Shout out to my co-head host, Brother Swag Buzz. Y'all go subscribe to Brother Swag Buzz right now. He's trying to get back into the stream to give his closing thoughts on this game.
All right, can you hear me now? I should be in
I
now.
hear you, brother. I hear you. What do you think about tonight's game, and what are you looking forward to going into next week? You still having audio issues, brother? No, we're not
Okay,
able to hear you.
I can hear you now.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was saying, brother. There it is.
Okay.
What did you think about tonight's game, and what are you looking forward to going into next week?
Man, I love tonight's game, man. I think JSU defense came alive. Well, they've been alive, but JSU offense came alive. And I'm glad to see what Shadur is doing. I think he's going to be a dog this year. Some people going to say, oh, you're overreacting to one game. But, man, you could just see it. It's a difference, man. It's levels to this. You can just see the pro talent. So, yeah, man, I think he's going to be a dog. I think next week is going to tell the tale. If they go in and whoop on ULM, that's going to be a statement that's going to reverberate around college football that, hey, Deion got some boys down there that's looking good, especially to NFL teams.
Absolutely, man. The culture is changing in Jackson State. Shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Shadur Sanders for a masterful masterclass of quarterbacking, especially being a freshman, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's been listening to DJ stream tonight, Swag Saturday nights, man. There's our brother Swag Buzz's channel right there. Y'all can go right now, run it up, subscribe. But don't only subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so anytime the brother drops content, you can pull up and find out about JSU and your favorite SWAC teams. When y'all pull up on our brother, we love our brother Swag Buzz. We'll be here every weekend. Hey, man, give yourself a round of applause. And I got to say it before we log out of this thing, New Media Gang, or do not bang. It's a family, man. Thank you. Thank you for tuning into the stream. This has been Rev on behalf of DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, and we out of here.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.